I've been waiting for so long. Now those feelings are so gone. I don't care what else goes on. We will take you away in the night when you see me, and I'm feeling free. Leave me to play.
We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We feel the place with our entire face splitting, bass driven, low fire.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes.
Oh no! Punch! Oh, crap!
Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
I've been waiting for so long. Now those feelings are so gone. I don't care what else goes on. We will take you away in the night when you see me, and I'm feeling free. Leave me to play.
We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We feel the place with our desire, face splitting, bass driven, low fire.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes.
Oh no! Punch! Oh, crap!
Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ESL India Premiership 2017. I'm Oren Shariff, and this is day 2 of phase 2 of the summer season of ESL India Premiership 2017, sponsored by owned by HP, HyperX, Zoe by BenQ. welcome to ESL India Premiership 2017. No, this is not a deja vu. We actually just suffered a power cut, but the show is back and you guys are watching us, joining us live on ESL India Facebook page as well as those tuning in on our YouTube channel of ESL India. I'm Orange Persian Sharari and I'm welcoming you to the day 2 of the phase 2 of the summer season of ESL India Premiership 2017. Sponsored by Omen by HP, HyperX, Zoe by BenQ and organized by Nodwin Gaming. Now, let's go on and talk about the first game of the day, which is going to be Clash Royale. So go on and just check out the standings for Clash Royale Masters. We had our first matches of phase 2 yesterday and the standings are out. We have Jimit and Prashant on top with 3 points each, who both won their first matches, while Midboy is on 0 point, who had a defeat, but he's going to make a comeback because I am rooting for him. Also, we have Haseeb, Ruben, Vikram, Tahir and Deepak in the Masters. Now, let's go on and take on the playoffs, the matches that are going to happen today in Clash Royale. Today's first match is going to be on Clash Royale between Haseeb versus Tahir. Now, today's match is quite interesting because it's Bangalore. Both of them are from the same Clash clan. And Haseeb, who has mentioned that he has been playing the game on hard mode, which means that he progressed to the competitive level without the need of purchasing gems, participating in the second challenger of ESL India Premiership last year. He did win phase 1 when he defeated Munir. His opponent collected 21 points and he's looking forward to dominate this phase as well. Tahir, on the other hand, has been playing the game since its release last year. Final year BBA student, he regards himself as the best PvP player in the country. He stood third in the summer season of phase 4 of ESL India Premiership 2017. Now, myself, I do play Clash Royale and I am on the jungle arena with only 3 cards left to unlock, but even though I can boast about it, I wouldn't want to play against these guys off. This match is going to be interesting, so let's go on and see who's going to win.
Hey guys, welcome to ESL and India Masters Phase 2 of the Summer League. We have Devil's Twin and Haseeb going off today. Haseeb is actually playing a new deck. He seems to be playing an Elixir Collector deck this time. And it seems that Devil's Twin is playing a standard Golem beatdown deck. So he does play out the Golem as well as the Baby Dragon. Playing out the minions was indeed an oops by Haseeb because they were handled handily by the Baby Dragon. And he is going to get a lot of damage on the tower right now. He plays the Skellies and the Baby Dragon to counter the push, but not before Devil's Twin has almost taken the entire tower. The EOS comes out to protect against the Baby Dragon now. Oh, Haseeb is playing his Golem deck again. I actually thought he might be playing something different. I'm sorry. The EOS is going to go down to the Log and the Dart. Again, Log, just such a handy skill. The Bowler comes out from Devil's Twin. I guess he is going to be playing the Golem along with the Giant. The Skeletons are a good counter to the Golem actually because they do get a lot of damage in. The minions would have countered the Skeletons, but both the players seem to be playing a pretty good game here actually. The Baby Dragons do come out, essentially they're going to trade. Although the golems did get like 1,000 damage off the tower, 1,500 damage off the tower, which is pretty strong. The second golem comes out. Haseeb just wants to mount the pressure over here and try to basically play cards faster than Devil's Twin can actually react to them. The E-Waze is a pretty good counter to the golem because it does in fact sometimes stun, like the mini stun does catch the bowler and that can interrupt the animation, although it does die to the splash damage of that boulder. So I'm not sure if that was a good answer. The E-Waze and the bowler are going to make quick work of the golems over there. And the giant does get, he's going to get the tower, but he is going to be answered by the skellies. The skellies are going to die to the bowler plus E-Waze, of course. The baby dragon comes out, I guess, tentatively to because the baby dragon is a very good card against almost anything Haseeb can throw. I'm not sure why Haseeb is splitting the damage right now. I mean, he has gotten 800 damage off, and even if he has a lightning, which I'm guessing is the last card in his deck, it's not like he can lightning that tower down right now. Yeah, the lightning does come out. That's a pretty good lightning. He gets 3 targets. He gets good damage off in the tower. The bowler is should be dying soon. So are the skellies and the baby dragon. The log again comes out, and I've talked about this, but log is just such a powerful spell. The tornado, Haseeb just, if he played the minions just like half a second later, they would have been saved from the tornado. But the lightning does come out again, and so Haseeb is going to get good damage off in the tower, but again, why not go for the other side? Why split the damage? He is going to lose this game, and game 1 does go, in fact, to Devil's Twin. It was an exciting match in the middle there. They both were playing really well, but in the end, I think I don't know why Haseeb exactly. Maybe he just misclicked and he mispositioned the golem, although that's highly unlikely. But I think he could have won that, or at least he could have taken it to overtime if he'd focused the right hour over there. We will have like a break for 30 seconds. But again, I am happy to see somebody take a game of Haseeb so handily, because it does mean that the competition is getting fiercer. And I think this might actually be when Haseeb realizes that he can't be playing the same game again and again and again and again, because that's not going to work. And so I'm just waiting for these guys to start the game. The GGs are coming out. Haseeb is hosting the matches, and it's always funny, the mid-game banter where the players realize their mistakes or they chastise them for it. We are going into game 2 over here. Devil's Twin in the lead with a 1-0. I guess Haseeb is playing the same deck. The Elixir Collector comes out. Okay, so Devil's Twin seems to have changed his deck. He is playing a Hog deck. I don't know if it's a standard Hog Cycle deck or a Hog Beatdown deck. So the Elixir Collector was actually pretty good there, because not only could he kill the Hog with the Skellies pretty handily, he also, the Fireball did not, so at tournament level, the Fireball doesn't actually kill the Elixir Collector. The Golem comes out by Haseeb, and he's going to be looking to make a big push again. The Ice Spirits are going to freeze the Golem, but so the Skellies aren't actually going to do anything. Oh, okay, the Skellies are going to get, so 2 of the Skellies are going to die, the rest are going to die to the Baby Dragon. Knight is a good card. I mean, Knight is just high health and pretty decent damage. The Musketeer comes out to back it up, and I don't know if Haseeb misplayed there, but, or if the Musketeer was dropped just a little later, because he could have hit the Musketeer with the lightning instead of the tower, which I think would have been better to stop the push. A strong push coming out by Haseeb now. And so here's another thing. If you place the Hog correctly, you can actually use the Hog to push other units, which you did see come out right now, although the Log did counter that pretty quickly. Skelly is, again, just such a powerful card that you can cycle it so quickly. It's 1 mana, it's cheap. Anything, like, there's any strong land unit, whether it's Hog, Golem, P.E.K.K.A, Mini P.E.K.K.A, all of those, they do get soft countered by the Skellies, because again, with the P.E.K.K.As, they take a long time between each hit, and 4 Skellies means that that's 4 hits. And with the Giants and the Hogs, since they only target buildings, it doesn't matter. We see a big push come out by Devil's Twin. He's trying to punish the Elixir Collector. The Elixir Collector is 6 mana, and if you can use that 6 mana and build up a big push, then that can be very strong. Although Devil's Twin cannot, Haseeb does push pretty well with the minions and the Baby Dragon, and this is basically now when Haseeb is going to try to win. He's going to try to make the big push. He has the Elixir Collector going, which is getting him an comes out from both ends. The log, I think, does get more value, much more value from Haseeb. We see the fireball come out. It does make quick work of the minions. He almost gets the tower. So the tower is going to fall to another fireball. There's only 30 seconds left, so this game should go to it should go to Devil's Twin. He just needs to defend for another 20. He actually doesn't even need to defend. He just needs to cycle. Haseeb is basically going all out, and he does manage to get the tower. So this is going to be interesting because Devil's Twin needs to fireball that tower. There's no way. Yeah, we see the fireball come out. And so now, basically, what we see is that Devil's Twin needs to defend this push. The Musketeer did come out, but the Musketeer is basically just, it's going to go and die. Will it aggro? I don't think it's going to aggro the Golem. So the Musketeer is just going to be unanswered. I mean, he is going to need to answer it with something. The cannon comes out, which is a good counter to the Golems. But I think this game is going to go to Haseeb because there is nothing that Devil's Twin has, I think, right now, which is going to answer this. He tries to play out the Ice Spirits, which do get a good freeze off, and he plays out the Knight, but that's not enough. Game 2 is going to go to Devil's Twin. And I think we are now 2-0 on the second day of ESL Masters. I'd like to take a minute. Oh, sorry, yeah, it is 1-1. That's my bad. Haseeb and Devil's Twin. I would like to take a minute to thank all the sponsors. We have, of course, Omen by HP, Zowie by BenQ, and we have HyperX. Thanks for making this possible, guys. This again, I think this seems to be an interesting matchup. I'm really happy. The phase 2, it seems, it just is more competitive in general. Even yesterday we saw 2-2, and then the final game was actually fabulous. I mean, if you guys haven't seen that, you really should go and check that out right now. The ending, honestly, you should check that out and try to see or guess who's going to win, because the ending, even the casters, we were so sure that that the game's going to go one way, but we just missed the chip damage that had been going on the tower, and that was a fabulous match actually. And so we are getting game 2 up. Game 2 is now up. And game 3. As we go into game 3, it is 1-1, Devil's Twin versus Haseeb. I'm guessing Haseeb is playing the same deck. We should see the Elixir Collector come out soon, unless he doesn't have it in his cycle. So I think all these 3 matches, Haseeb has actually had the Elixir Collector in his cycle, in his opening hand, every time. So we see the Ice Spirit come out. That I'm guessing that was basically a cheap cycle. The Miner comes out, but it's actually answered very well by the Ewiz. So I don't know if he timed it exactly to do that, but what the Miner did, what the Ewiz did was it stunned the Miner mid-animation. And after that, the Miner couldn't really do anything because he was under fire by 2 of the towers and the Ewiz. The minions were a very good counter to the Skelly plus Knight because, of course, Skelly and Knights can't do anything to the minions. The Skellies, again, basically they were a way to get cheap damage off. Oh, we see the Poison come out by Devil's Twin, and that is going to get some good value, especially with that Ice Spirit. He gets the Elixir Collector, he gets some good damage off the tower, and he gets some HP off the Golem. Okay, so I think Devil's Twin has realized that Haseeb is not going to change his ways, and he is playing a good deck to counter it. Like, Inferno Dragon is good. Inferno Tower, is a good card. Of course, it counters the Golem very well. The Lightning comes out from Haseeb. The thing with the Lightning is always, if you overcommit with the Lightning and it doesn't go the way you want it to, that's 6 Elixir for not much at all, actually. So, I mean, you can be punished quite handily. We see the Log come out. And I said this yesterday, Log is, I think, basically a card that can fit almost any deck. That's just how strong the card is. We see the Miner as well as the Poison come out. That was actually a pretty good play. Yeah, that was. The well play does come out from Haseeb. That was a really good play with the Poison. Because Haseeb thought that he could just, Skelly's the Miner down. But the Poison made quick work of that. So that's not going to happen. This was a much better way to answer the Elixir Collector than just the Miner. I'm sure he didn't have the Poison in his cycle last time. We see the standard Golem Baby Dragon push come out from Haseeb. There is a Log that is going to get. The Log actually got some good damage off. The Log got that was a value Log right there. Not only did it get damage off on all the units, it did also get chip damage off. We see the Lightning come out, which makes quick work of the Inferno Tower, and there's basically a brawl going out over there on Devil's Twin side of the map. This game it is still quite close. Although now there is a good push come out. We have the Miner. Oh, he tried to Miner Poison again, but Haseeb was like, nope, not this time, mate. This time I'm not going to let you do that. So the minions did come out. They of course don't die to They don't die instantly. So now Ewiz again. Ewiz is very, very strong against the Inferno Tower because the Ewiz makes it so the Inferno Tower actually never ramps up its damage. He doesn't even need to play the lightning out there. So I think this game is going to go to Haseeb. He has a strong push right now. He has two golems going down. He has a baby dragon. The baby dragon does get answered with an Ewiz. I think he just missed the lightning. I'm not sure what happened. Oh my god, 14 HP the tower's on. Oh, and the log is going to make it. And that is game 3. And it does go to Haseeb. So this is 2-1. And let's see if we have something. Haseeb, I am reading the comments here on the thing, and Haseeb seems to have developed some sort of fan following with Utkarsh being all Haseeb is too good. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think if you actually see the global Clash Royale scene, right, the Golem deck is not actually that favored. Right now in the meta, basically Graveyard and Goblin Gang are two very strong cards. And honestly, if you're a pro who's playing just one deck again and again, you're not like. I mean, eventually somebody's going to stop you. Sure, you could be really, really great at piloting the deck, and of course, player skill is a big deal. But I mean, even then, right, you can't just play one deck. Hard counters do exist in Clash, and I mean, you can, change it up and catch somebody off guard, but I don't know if Haseeb is just basically playing the deck that he's been spamming ladder with, because it is doing well for him. I mean, he is obviously really good at piloting that deck. And now we have game 4 starting, 2-1 in Haseeb's favor. Let's see if Devil's Twin can actually pull it back. I think Devil's Twin, he is playing the same deck as he was playing in the previous game. We see the Skellies, we see the Ice Spirit. The Golem comes out along with the Miner. The Miner's going to get some good chip damage off the tower. He gets about 300 damage. The Skellies, they were frozen by the Ice Spirit, so that was a good value Ice Spirit. We see the Inferno Dragon come out, the Inferno Tower come out immediately. And I think Haseeb, does not have an answer. I don't know if he has neither the Lightning nor the Evils in his cycle right now, because he just didn't answer the Inferno Tower, which is fine. That is, the Inferno is like 5 elixir, and he did play a knight along with it. So that was almost an equal elixir trade, which is okay. He plays an elixir collector, and that does get answered. Haseeb with like the standard oops, man, again and again. Anyway, we have poison come out. Okay, that was good placement. That was actually pretty good placement of the skeletons by Haseeb. Although Devil's Twin is going to get pretty good damage off in the tower with the Ice Press and the Miner. Oh, he's going to get the tower pretty low. This game might actually go to her Devil's Twin because he has got a pretty sizable lead before the match has even gone into the phase 2 where you have double elixir. He's got the tower down to 600 already. He could probably just poison and miner it a couple of times, and that should be enough. He plays the Skelly in the Inferno Tower, which is a very good way to stop the Golem push. The Lightning comes out. The Lightning hits one skeleton now, along with the tower and along with both the towers, which is very good. Here, Devil's Twin does play the Knight and the UAs, which do make a pretty short work of Haseeb's push. I think it's finally happening. I think somebody's realized that Haseeb is just not going to change his ways, and I'm not sure exactly why Devil's Twin went for the Elixir Collector there. I feel like if he just gone for the dart, he probably could have got it actually. I mean, the Elixir Collector does represent a significant threat, especially when you have double Elixir. That is when Haseeb tends to make his big pushes. Oh, that is actually a pretty good Ice Spirit over there. Although if it got to the tower, that would be better. And yeah, I think this game is basically going to go to Haseeb. He just needs... the poison, in fact, is going to be enough to finish off the tower. And although Haseeb has a strong push going right now, the lightning comes out. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Because the EOS comes out, we have the baby dragon, but I don't think 10 seconds is enough. We see the logs being traded again. 5 seconds, he might actually get it. This is going to be very close. The Ice Spirits was a nice try, and the game does go to Devil's Twin. Again, boys, we have 2-2. Haseeb versus Devil's Twin going on over here. This is quite interesting. I think finally Haseeb seems to have met his match. Yeah, Haseeb does. I don't know if Haseeb is going to take this as like, as a sign that he should change his deck maybe, or he can't keep playing the same thing again and again. But yeah, the GG is well played. Just normal, standard sportsmanship going on. It's actually quite nice to see that even in ESL India, people do take it like, relatively seriously, and nobody is really trolling or BMing. Of course, there's standard BMing going on in the game, but I mean, what is gaming without that, honestly? And we're just waiting for game 5, the final game to start of day 2 of ESL India. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna have a short break. So, looking back at the games, I think so. Devil's Twin, I guess he just played better this matchup this time around, because he was playing the same deck again, and yeah, he did win. I still don't know why in the previous game Haseeb decided to split push. He had almost gotten the tower on the right side, so I don't know why he went for the left side. Golem is actually weak against the Inferno deck, but that's why you run Lightning, right? I mean, I'm reading out the comments again. And yeah, Golem is weak, but that's why you have the Lightning. The Lightning, basically, so this is Haseeb's game plan, right? This is Haseeb's game plan right now. He plays the Golem, he plays the Baby Dragon, and then he Lightnings the Inferno Tower. That's basically what Haseeb does. And honestly, there is nothing else Haseeb can do. I mean, like that is what he has to do. There's nothing else he can do. And it's not too bad. Okay, we have the game go up. Game 5. Golems come out by Devil's Twin. I'm sure he's just cycling there. The Golems plus Knight is pretty standard. We have the Miner come out, and we have the... Okay, so I guess Devil's Twin... Okay, he did have the Poison. This is actually a pretty decent push by Devil's Twin. He gets the Elixir Collector. He gets some chip damage off on the tower. The Baby Dragon, however, is going... Okay, we have the Ice Spirit come out. The Ice Spirit is going to make... Oh, okay, the Ice Spirit plus E-Ways, they make handy quick work. That was a pretty good play, actually, by Devil's Twin. The Log comes out, which is a good counter to the E-Ways. It does get in. The E-Ways gets one hit in, but that's not too big of a deal. The Golem does come out from Haseeb. Okay, now see. Now this is what's going to happen, right? Devil's Twin is going to play his Inferno Tower. Haseeb is going to play the Baby Dragon. He has to play the Baby Dragon, right? Okay, he plays the Minion Ball instead. That's fine. He didn't have the Baby Dragon cycle. Okay, so Haseeb... Oh, I guess he just doesn't have the Lightning in cycle. Or even if he does, I think it was just too late at that point. The Lightning would have done enough. We see the... Oh my god, Haseeb just getting outplayed here. The Log was actually fabulous. It got the skeletons. He did need to poison that. Although, I mean, of course, the Miner did die relatively quickly. So he is going to get some value out of the Elixir Collector, but not too much. The Golem comes out again, and I guess this time it's going to be standard, unless Haseeb has changed some cards in his deck, although I highly doubt that. We see this again. This is basically what happened literally 30 seconds ago. The Skellies come out, the Inferno Tower comes out. The Skellies get... Okay, so this time we have the... Yeah, this is basically now... Yep, Lightning, Baby Dragon. This is exactly what I said would happen, right? You have the Inferno Tower come out, you have the Skellies come out by Devil's Twin. Oh my god, okay. So that was actually good placement by Devil's Twin over there on the Inferno Tower, because after the Golems actually broke up, one of them did split, which is pretty good, because that means that he couldn't get as much damage off on the tower as he wanted to. It's not that big of a deal, of course, but it's significant. Okay, so the Golem was actually pretty good there, because the Ice Spirit went for the Golem and did not go for the tower, which is definitely what Haseeb wanted. The Ice Spirit going for the tower there would have been pretty bad for Haseeb, because the Miner would have definitely gotten a lot of damage off. We're going to see the Lightning come out. It does hit. That was actually a pretty good Lightning. I don't know. I feel like Devil's Twin should have played the Skellies earlier. Again, I think Devil's Twin he might have Googled how to beat a Golem decks or something, because he's playing really well now. He's making quite short work of Haseeb. The Poison comes out along with the Miner. Poison, well, that was obviously just hopefully that in case Haseeb does play a Swarm card, it'll make quick work of it. He does get the tower down to 600 HP. That is a pretty good counter push going. Oh, that is a good log. He gets the E-Ways, he gets the Skellies, he gets the tower. The Knight is played out to try to stop this massive push that's coming out, but nothing is going to stop this now, I think. He does not have a Tornado, he does not have a Fireball. He has nothing really. He does play out the Miner, and the Miner is really... And game 5 goes to Haseeb. Wow. Haseeb seems to be tearing it up now. All right, guys, thanks. That was the Clash Royale match for today. The game does go to Haseeb 3-2. Exciting play, though. At least it wasn't like, one-sided. And I think phase 2 is off to a great start. I'd like to take, another minute to thank our sponsors. We have Omen by HP, Zawi by Mentu, and HyperX, of course, making this all possible. Thanks to Nordman Gaming for organizing all of this and, letting me cast. I'm really thankful for that. And we will see you guys tomorrow.
Be still now and feel the water. Keep the ground upon your cheek when you dwindle it. You be kind and let me go. I'm as timeless as you feel. Timeless as you
What an amazing match. I mean, Haseeb. This man is on fire. He hasn't lost a single match ever since. From phase 1, from phase 2, he is on fire. And that was Clash Royale for you guys today. Let's move on to the second game of the day. But before that, I'd like to welcome all our viewers who are watching us on live ESL India Facebook page, as well as those who are joining us on YouTube channel of ESL India. Welcome again to ESL India Premiership 2017. This is Oren Persian Mashirari, and this show is brought to you by, sponsored by Omen by HP, HyperX, Zoe by BenQ, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. Now let's go on and look at the standings for Dota 2 Masters. So the standing for Dota 2 Masters shows the top two teams who have won the matches yesterday, that is Entity Esports and Go Figure. We also have three cheers for Divine Ascension, who lost yesterday, but they will be driving back again soon, hopefully. And we have For America, Aggressive 5, Standing 5, Buridza, and the Council. Now let's go on and look at the challengers standing for Dota 2. On the challengers, we have XRG, Guline Gaming, White Unicorn, Exotic Nexus, Rum with Coke, Team Relax, Kurokona Doto, and South Indian Rejects. XRG and Gulai Gaming both won their matches yesterday, and now let's see the playoffs for today's match. Today's match is going to be held between Entity Esport and Standard Fire. This is going to be the second match for Entity Esport in the phase 2 of ESL India Premiership 2017. Now, a little fun fact about the two teams is that Entity Esport is based from Mumbai, one of the most consistent Dota 2 team in India subcontinent. They have won the 2016 ESL India Premiership Masters, and only Indian team to feature foreign players. Also, the only Indian team to have a professional foreign coach. It comes as no surprise that the team dominated the Phase 1 of ESL India Premiership summer season. They do look to dominate this phase as well, but their opponent is Standin 5. They too are Mumbai based. They contain a few players from Instinct Circle Gaming. They attended the 2016 Masters, and they've been playing some good disciplined Dota 2 this season, and has bringing them good results. They were placed 4th in Phase 1, but they are not going down without a fight. So let's go on and see what the games are about. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the games.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. This is the Masters League. This is game 2 so far. And we got Standin on the Radiant facing off versus Entity Esports on the Dire. My name is Vivek and with me is CloudX. It's a new patch, CloudX, and I'm sure even you have found the time to read the patch notes. Any thought just yet?
Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to what the new patch holds in store for us, man. In most particular, I'm actually looking forward to the offlane and how that dynamic is going to change, given the buffs, the nerfs to the shrine and a couple of changes to the way the creep waves play out and the deny exp. Lots of dynamics that are going to be new to all players and casters alike. Dynamics that will be figured out over the course of the next couple of tournaments, I have to assume.
Yeah. Yeah, the deny EXP is a big factor. So even if you're a support and you're just pulling your creep wave, just by killing off the neutrals and at the same time denying your own creeps, you can get, you can keep pace at least with the enemy offlaner. And yeah, the other notable change to the offlane is that the creeps come slightly closer to your offlane tower. It's not that much, but I guess at this stage you're going to take anything you get, especially with a huge nerf to the shrine, which isn't active for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
that shrine of sorry guys, give me a second. My cat almost ate a loose screw from my PSU. Don't want PETA coming on me on this live stream. But yeah, back to the game. I do think the changes to the offlane are by far the most significant ones. I mean, I know there are a lot of folks talking about how Medusa now with an Aghanim Scepter stones heroes without the ult. All that jazz is just fluff in my opinion. Because I mean, you've actually got to farm up your Ag Scepter first on that Medusa. And if you go for the Ag Scepter, you're essentially foregoing one of many possible crucial tank or damage dealing items. So I think there are a lot of these knee-jerk reactions that are going to come out to some of the changes in the patch, but the one change that cannot be exaggerated is the shrine nerf. That really changes not only the dynamics of the offlane, but also the dynamics of the roaming support pick. Without that early shrine, heroes like the Riki, heroes like the Earth Spirit, heroes like even on occasion the Tusk have started to, I mean, they kind of rely on that shrine, right? They can make a risky play towards mid, towards the safe lane, maybe take some damage, walk it off to a shrine, regen up, and come back to harass. That is no longer an option, at least until the first 5 minutes of the game have progressed.
So no shrines means roaming is not going to be that much easier. I mean, at least risky dives are not going to be that much easier. It also means that since the enemy offlaner doesn't have a shrine himself, a more standard orthodox tri-lane would really pay off, because as long as you're keeping the offlaner away from getting his EXP and your safe laner jumping ahead with EXP with a huge bunch of denies and all the pulling that's going on, shutting down the offlaner definitely means a lot. I guess, my knee-jerk reaction to this patch is it's all about the laning phase. And NTT Gaming, they're opening with a strong support, a support that can assert a dominance in the laning phase. It's also one of Job Easy's favorite picks after all.
Yeah. Also, speaking of changes, notice that Entity has now changed from Entity Esports to Entity Gaming, and with that name change has come a new logo as well, by the looks of it. I've got to say, I'm happy to see the logo changing. I was not a fan of their old golden logo. It really, it sort of gave off a school badge sort of vibe, but this looks a little sleeker. It's got a bit more polish and finesse to it. I like this one.
Yeah, it's very blue. Reminds me of Cloud9 a little bit.
Yeah, way to ruin their creativity and originality, man.
Yeah. It looks like Standin Fire changed the logo up as well. But speaking of knee-jerk reactions, one of the things that was pretty much setting all the forums ablaze was the Warlock talent. So his respawn talent has been removed, and at level 20, he picks up this talent where if he ends up dying, a golem ends up just dropping away and falling in the end. So yeah, so die at level 20, get a golem to drop, and maybe that gives you license to go jihad. Who knows? Maybe build a bloodstone, get BOTs. I don't know.
I think
that's too much, but there is some utility in getting that early EXP and hitting level 20 as soon as possible.
I mean, after a certain point in the game, if you're dying with Warlock, you're doing something wrong, right? You have one job: stand back, drop the rock when needed, and throw out a fatal bonds after you've dropped your rock.
Right.
You should not be dying after a certain point. Having an incentive to go die after that it's very counterproductive. Because we've spoken about this in the past. Warlock's efficiency is no longer about his drop. More so, it's about his fatal bonds connecting on multiple heroes in the midst of a team fight. And most Warlock games usually have some form of disable coming out anyway. Maybe not, straight up AoE disables with such huge AoEs, but things like the Slara Crush, things like, a Centaur Stomp occasionally. These are heroes that you usually buckle up or rather couple up with the Warlock. And if you're relying on just your chaotic offering as your only source of AoE disable, you probably lost the game before even having him die at level 20.
Okay. Entity, they've picked up the Magnus. The thing of the Magnus is he's not one of those offlaners who can deal very effectively with a strong tri-lane coming out from Standin 5. He's not got the shrine for the first 5 minutes. This might even be one of those games where he picks up the Iron Talent and goes back to his jungle early on. And
unless this is, I mean, it could also be a mid Magnus.
It could be a mid mag, which is a new way of playing him, definitely. And if I'm not mistaken, 50 has played him in the mid lane once.
I mean, I know that Entity has run mid Magnus. Well,
Yeah.
the players on Entity have run mid Magnus at some point in their lives, so I'm sure they wouldn't be too uncomfortable doing it in this game either. I think that's a decision though that they'll have to hold off on at least until Standin 5 reveals what their mid is going to be or what their tri lane is going to be as well. And again, this Tusk pick, it's just man, we spoke about this so many times in the previous phase. Tusk is probably not a good fit unless you're picking him up to actually deal with the Monkey King on the treetops, that frozen sigil with the flying vision. Now, unless I'm missing something and so he's got like major buffs in the new patch, I just don't see why you'd pick up a Tusk as just when there's heroes like the Monkey King himself as an option. I know that Monkey King got a fair few nerfs this meta, but I'm not sure if he's unviable just yet. I've got the patch notes open. I'm just going to quickly check up what Tusk is.
So here's Wukong's command, no more bashes if you're holding on to a basher yourself. Bash 1 proc.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, that's his biggest nerf. And the immediate knee-jerk reaction to that was build Rod of Atos on Monkey King because Rod of Atos got reworked. But I haven't nerded enough to figure that out. I've not yet figured if that's a viable choice. Entity Gaming, they're going to go with the Osaya. So it looks like their safe lane, if it is going to turn out to be a tri lane, is going to be a whole lot stronger. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Desolator and Blightstone, they're no more unique attack modifiers. Usa needs lifesteal. He can also follow that lifesteal up with the Desolator. Next pick for Standin 5, they could look for their core here. I wouldn't honestly mind the Slark pickup. And
we didn't quite point out the Kunkka ban from Entity. Unless I zoned out while you pointed it out, but Kunkka
No, we didn't.
Yeah, so he's one of the he's basically one of the heroes in my opinion who's got the hardest buff in the patch. You guarantee yourself that the port connects now. That's amazing when you go for the X mark support Kunkka build. You guarantee yourself a massive nuke at level 6. You don't have to worry about positioning and all that jazz. You can throw it from wherever and you're sure that it's going to clip with the damage and the stun. I think that first ban Kunkka is very much justified from Entity Esports.
Yeah. The bigger knee-jerk reaction to this was build Blink and Ags, jump behind the enemy, and drop your boat so that you pull them back to your high ground. But that's not going to happen, and that shouldn't be happening.
But that's post Aghanim Scepter. Then you're going to run a core.
That's post Aghanims and post Blink because you can't do that. I mean, it's like a 2000 range skewer, right? If you do manage to pull that off. And speaking of which, Magnus has that plus 500 skewer talent. I'm not sure when it clicks in. I think it's level 20.
Yeah, it's a talent if I'm not wrong.
It's a level 20 talent. I mean, in the demo mode, you can pretty much skewer from one rune back to your high ground. It's insane. It's a lot of range. Let me just put it that way. Anyways, Entity, they're going to pick up the Pudge.
Okay. Pudge? Did Pudge get any changes?
Dismember minus 1 second cooldown. That's a talent now.
Yeah, that's not enough. I don't think it's enough to make him top tier anymore. I guess they've just picked up the Pudge as their roaming support for that middle lane. Unless they run something like a mid Pudge, which would be unconventional, maybe.
I wouldn't be for it because the laning phase is so important. I'm not sure Pudge is going to be able to outlast it or out deny whoever comes to mid, which is why I'm not in favor of Magnus also. I think Entity, if I was Entity, and that's never going to happen, the pickup here would be Queen of Pain. It's something Swifty has done. Queen of Pain is a strong mid laner. Just getting last hits and denies means so much in the mid lane. And but I guess that's something that I'd like to pick. Or even the Lina, which they're banned out. So strong mid laner who can hold on to the CS and the deny battle in the mid lane because that's what it's all about.
So Standin 5, last pick on the board for them. They are looking for their own mid now. And Entity, we're still not sure if this is a mid Magnus or a mid Pudge, or if they're gonna pick up their own mid next. You've got
I
an
don't
Invoker and a Lina ban, and now a Storm Spirit ban. So I'm assuming it's gonna be
think.
Tinker. Yeah, Tinker could be good. Tinker, Puck, both viable options here for Entity. While Standin 5, what do they go for? What synergizes well with their lineup? They've got enough physical damage. They've got a fair bit of lockdown coming out. They probably want to get some sort of a mid-game tempo controller, which is why I think the Ember Spirit would be a good fit.
Okay, I was wrong.
It's probably a mid Ursa in this case, actually. Entity is looking like they're going to run a mid Ursa and then a support Pudge, Crystal Maiden, offlane Magnus, and Sven Core.
Mid Ursa, support Pudge, Magnus offlane, Sven Core. Okay. So Sven did have a noticeable change to God Strength. The amount of damage it gives you now isn't that much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not
No, but
sure.
I mean, it sort of balances out, I believe, because instead of the bonus damage, you now get bonus strength on God Strength.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the change is. If you got the patch notes open, please take a quick look at it because I can't alt tab on a Mac. You can't do anything on a Mac. Can't run Word, can't play Solitaire. Stupid Mac.
Okay, so God Strength now grants a bonus of 16, 28, 40 strength when activated, but the attack bonus has been reduced from 100, 150, 200 to 80, 120, 160. Now, I don't know what the math is like behind it and how many points of strength actually give how much damage for a primary strength hero, but I would assume that these two balance each other out.
Mm-hmm.
Except that, now in addition to the damage on Sven, you're also getting a little more tankiness with the strength.
Okay. So, I mean, you've just taken a quick look at that patch note, but how would you itemize differently?
You
Any
wouldn't.
thoughts?
I don't. I mean, there was a slight change to the Mask of Madness, right? If I'm
It's
not
a
wrong.
huge change apparently. And I don't build that. I haven't ever gotten the farm to build that item being a 4th position support. So I haven't looked into it.
I'm just going to quickly look at this. So, apologies, guys. I unfortunately have not had a chance to play the new patches yet, but I have been staying up all night reading these patch notes because that's what you do. When you can't play Dota, you read about it and you watch videos of Dota. I'm sure you've all felt that feel. But yeah, so Mask of Madness now requires a quarter stuff instead of the recipe. Good stuff. No more wasted items being purchased. And the active attack speed bonus has been reduced, while it now provides less damage as well. No, it actually provides plus 20 damage and plus attack speed as well. So the attack speed has essentially remained the same, but the active attack speed, yeah, okay, so you technically now a little more passive attack speed, but the overall attack speed when you activate it is still the same.
But you're getting
While,
more damage.
But yeah, you're getting more damage, exactly. And it can be disassembled. So if you want to go for, a Satanic eventually when the Mask of Madness loses its value in the ultra late game phase, I think that's essentially what this change allows you to do.
Right. Interesting switch up of things here in Entity. It's Job Easy playing the roaming Pudge while BDZ's been put on the more traditional defensive 5 position support here. So BDZ's playing the Crystal Maiden, which was usually Job Easy's role, but now this splits things up.
Yeah, interesting. Job Easy was, yeah, you're right. Actually, it was BDZ.
Job Easy was the drafter and the hard 5.
Right.
And BDZ was the Monkey King. You're right.
Okay, let's do an introduction for the uninitiated. On the dire side, you've got Entity Esports. Pudge is going to be handled by BDZ, or rather Job Easy, as you just pointed out. Magnus is going to be played by Abing. You've got Crystal Maiden in the hands of BDZ. Ursa is going to be played by Swifty. And that'll put Blizzard on the safe lane Sven.
On the other side of the river, Standin 5, Mamacita on the Tinker, Disruption on the Warlock, Avaricia on the Slark, RC going to the offlane with the Legion Commander, and that leaves us with Pashu on the Tusk. I mean, it might be too early into this patch to call out predictions, but your thoughts with a quick look at the draft? Just on draft, let's imagine like 2 teams of equal skill level drafted like this.
It's a really tough call, man. I would probably be leaning towards the Standin 5 draft.
Same here.
Yeah, I'd definitely be leaning towards the Standin 5 draft, actually. There's not enough AoE control coming out versus the Slark. I don't really count Pudge as the best way to control up a Slark, and for that matter, the Magnus either. The RP, if he gets the Shadow Dance off before the RP, there's a very high likelihood he's going to survive anyway.
Yeah, nice sneaky play coming out from Abing in the offlane. He's adapted to this new role of his rather beautifully, considering he was a position 1 player earlier. He pulled the creep wave all the way to his tower. That'll help him hit level 2. And now without shrines, you need to be making such sneakier plays to keep up with the enemy offlaner. It's good stuff coming out from him. Mid lane, if the emphasis on denying is as significant as we've all been told, it seems that Mamacita is winning the mid lane rather convincingly.
Clowny plays happening at bottom meanwhile. They do get the ice shards off, and with the pounce, they've held Abing in place. He doesn't have the skewer available. That'll be first blood in favor of Standin 5. Oh, will it? He's gone towards the south, and then he gets the skewer after leveling up. Oh man, Standin 5 are going to be cursing themselves for that one. That was a guaranteed first blood for them.
But that's a base trip for Abing, while RC is not doing too bad. He can still hang around in the lane a lot more as the Legion commander, and he's also going to get some little more EXP. He's had a better start to his lane with 9 CS. And yeah, look at Pashu on the task. He's chasing Abing all the way into his jungle. But he might end up going down, and this is not what you want. He pushed up to the cliff. But here comes Warlock. This game, it's hilarious. Jobizi, are you going to hook him from the cliff, though, is the question, or are you going to leave him there?
You can't do squat. You've got to leave him there. There's a minute to go before he can even call that TP out to himself, because the courier can't fly yet. He's essentially stuck up there for a full minute, and Abing knows this. He's going to come back to the lane and just try and leech experience. Disruption has gone there as well to try and slow down Abing. But at least they have the human observer ward to cancel that clarity push. Oh no! You gotta be kidding me! Come on, man!
Hold on. I have to message.
Come on, dude.
This is insane. This is a Dota WTF moment in an Indian tournament, which I never seen before. Outside of dropping Bloodlust on a throne, which was the craziest moment of last year. This is without a doubt the craziest moment of this year. And both of them stuck on the cliff. They got a courier walking out towards them. I think Abing is...
the courier, man. Imagine if Abing stood there and sniped this walking courier.
That would have been fun.
And the best part, only one of them has a TP. Warlock's TP is still in his stash. Meanwhile, at mid, Swifty's decided to make mincemeat out of the Tinker. I don't think this could have been a worse start for Standin 5.
Yeah. But yeah,
as I say that, RC actually returns fire, ends up getting a kill up top on BDZ, and he's actually given Blizzard quite the beating as well. Meanwhile, Pudge has made it his mission to stop the Warlock from leaving this cliff.
Pudge is also Pudge is jungling?
Yeah, he can, right? He's pulling the creep wave from mid to the camp, getting the neutral experience, while Tinker's actually falling behind on experience himself. But now there's a massive wave coming in here, so...
Yeah.
Okay, finally, Warlock can get out of here.
Yeah,
He's
you
waiting,
guys
though.
are Warlock, because I'm going to look at other parts of the map.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out. Okay, 1 minute till Bing has a shrine to work with. And he's got a wave pushing in as well. So he's not done too bad. Legion Commander has done significantly better though. The Legion is actually keeping up with Sven in terms of CS. And I'm honestly a bit surprised that Blizzard has not been putting that much emphasis on denying. I mean, every deny gives you 30% of what the creep's EXP is worth. So I'm not sure why he's not putting much emphasis on that, while Avarician the Slark has been doing that.
And I think that's because RC was doing a fine job in lane, just pushing out Blizzard and even getting that 1 kill on BDZ by himself. That's actually one of the best situations you can be in as a Legion commander. A solo kill on the support means you hit level 6 even quicker, and the moment you hit level 6, you can go couple up with the Tinker and his laser burst to try and get your first duel victory. Anyway, Abing, is he gonna get caught out here? They do have the ice shards, but they'll just force out a defensive skewer for now.
So Ice Shards was reworked. I mean, it's much more effective when it comes to blocking out enemy heroes. This is something one really needs to test to learn. What I did see is you can use Ice Shards to basically cross over cliffs and high ground. Which is something I saw on Sing Sing's stream. You could just drop the Ice Shard right next to the cliff and you get pushed over to the other side. Anyway, top lane.
Top, we're gonna see RC getting picked off here. Pretty standard stuff, I would assume, but we are seeing TPs coming in here. Can they save him is the question. Good press the attack, uses it to shrug off the frostbite, turns around on Blizzard, but has the regen kicking in as well, so he'll survive. And I think he'll still be able to leech experience under his tower. And guess what? It's 5 minutes, so the shrine is now available. But yeah, talking about the ice shots, I think the major change to it was not about the ability to throw yourself over cliffs. It's about the accuracy that now comes with the changes to it. It's more about, you know, the fact that you can point and click exactly where you want the block to take place. Kind of like a fisher.
Okay. But yeah, speaking of significant changes in this patch, neutral spawn every minute, and now being absolutely abusing that. He started out with the Iron Talent.
That was... I mean, there's no way of putting this nicely. It was a freaking throw, man.
Did he see both of them and run into them?
He actually snowballed into a pudge. I mean, you do that if you have backup, not if you're going by yourself. Anyway, Arbing taking a bit of a beating here, immediately TPs out. Doesn't want to stick around and find out what happens next.
Are you seeing the allied chat?
Yeah, I'm not sure why this is happening, man. But apparently the folks on stream aren't, so we're okay.
Hold on, casters can see it, but viewers can't.
Yeah. Anyway, Blizzard, ouch, that hurts. That's a level 3 overwhelming odds. Straight on the back of his head. For all the armor and HP he's got, he still takes quite a beating from magic damage. Jorbz and BDC, meanwhile, looking for a pick off on the middle lane. Tinker is just playing it as safe as he possibly can. Even drops down the scan to confirm his suspicions, but he'll still walk further out. This is so risky coming out from him. But it pays off. Anyway, Pashu could be in trouble. Again, questionable move coming out from him. He knew that they were there because of the scan. Still decides to go in. He's gonna end up dying. The least he can do is turn around with the ice shots. Throws them down, blocks himself in the trees, gets rooted. But here's the upheaval coming out from the Warlock. Jorbz will just TP out in his face. Swifty can't really save BDZ from surviving this. Slark has come in for the kill. But the fact that the Slark rotated means that Magnus can continue doing his thing on bottom.
I honestly think that Magnus is one of the more greedier offlane picks in this patch. In the sense, he's not that self-sustainable in the lane, like say a Legion Commander. He can't apply as much pressure as the Legion Commander. And ideally, your tri-lane should be able to shut down the Magnus. They almost did at level 1, but Arbing's been given space, and he's making the most use of it that he can.
Actually, I disagree, man. I don't think Magnus is really that greedy in offlane. You've got...
Wouldn't you?
So, if you're in a melee versus melee matchup, you can always empower yourself and start bullying the other melee out. Of course, Slark is probably the exception to that rule since he's good versus melees himself anyway. Top lane RC being run down by Blizzard, but they're still not going to overcommit on this.
Bottom lane, they're trying to bring down a Bing, but once again, no lockdown. Pashu standing AFK under the tower there. He did TP onto the tower and he was AFK for a good second or two.
3 and 2. Entity is still in the lead right now, but the graphs are all over the place. Standin 5 has this minor goal lead, while Entity has the EXP lead to the tune of 1500.
I guess the minor goal lead boils down to the Legion Commander doing better than the Magnus in terms of last hits and net worth. And yeah, I mean, the mid matchup, surprisingly, Tinker has let Ursa catch up, which shouldn't be the case, but he's standing in the mid lane like a boss.
Avarisha whiffing on the pounce there, and because of that whiff pounce, you're now gonna have... Oh, what? What is going on in this game? That was a symphony of fails.
Yeah,
so RP's down for 109 seconds.
What? He RP'd? I didn't see that. I missed that. I didn't see the RP. I saw the snowball not connect, but...
Yeah, that's why the reaction, man. Why would I get so excited over a casual snowball?
For some reason, it didn't show. I was watching the same lane, but hey. Yeah, so no
he
RP.
blew the RP hoping to catch him there, but he basically was, I'd say, a unit or two off.
Mid lane, they're prepping for the kill on the Tinker. The hook just off the mark. Passive
Top
laning
lane.
phase. Who's is benefiting?
So we've actually got a Sven who's chosen not to go for the Mask of Madness. He went for the Helm. This probably means we're going to see some stacking action happening now that neutrals respawn every minute. Instead of every 2 minutes, he can get back to stacking camps. Well, are they going on RC here? RC is actually going on them. It's gone for BDZ, does have the duel, does pop it as well. Sven turns around with the God Strength, but the stun comes in, stopping him in his tracks, but it's not enough. RC now rooted in position, and the freezing field comes out from BDZ. They bring down both of them, but Avarisha is here to save the day. Blizzard's gonna try and TP out, and they have no way of stopping him. He's gotten out of there. Elsewhere, Swifty actually ends up scoring a kill on the Warlock at mid. Entity throwing out a couple of jabs and a right hook, getting 3 kills there at the cost of none.
Yeah. That duel was questionable. I mean, you'd be hoping to do that when you have someone who can help you burst down the enemy. Tusk is just level 3. Thinker, well, he's put all his points into March, had only 1 point in Rocket when he TP'd to the top lane, and they couldn't even bring down a Crystal Maiden. And yeah, Blizzard just pops the God Strength. Doesn't care about the nerf. Beats the LC to a pulp, and with the freezing fields, they secure a double kill.
What nerf? There is no nerf to God Strength. It's a
Okay.
buff.
The buff. But Aving gets a free tower. This is not good.
Jungle.
And
We've got Job
yes,
Easy and Swifty running in. They've been pinged out though. They're still going forward. He actually blinks behind onto the Slark. Avarisha will be forced to use the Shadow Dance along with the Dark Pack. The hook just barely misses. But Swifty's not done. He's got a blink in 2 seconds time. He's got an Empower thrown upon him as well. He's going for disruption. They'll get the kill on him. Avarisha's going to TP out under cover of a Shadow. Okay, he's not TPing out. He's just under cover of the Shadow Amulet there.
yeah. Oh, what's with these well plays, man? Are people so cancerous even when they're on the same side? I'm not sure. But yeah. Pashu, he's really lagging in terms of EXP on the Tusk. He's sitting at level 3 while Fudge, Warlock are level 5, and clearly Crystal Maiden has definitely had the best laning phase of all the supports here. Sitting at a cool level 7, just 13 minutes in.
Yeah, she's been doing really well so far. Pudge is almost at level 6 as well. Once he gets it, they've got another disable to work with. Their rotations have been good so far. They've managed to get their core items rolling. Magnus has managed to purchase up a Blink Dagger as well now. So lots of fighting potential coming out on Entity Esports. I think we should see them grouping up. They've got to try and delay Mamacita's Blink Dagger as much as possible now, or try and focus and get some kills on the Slark, preventing him from snowballing either.
But RC's picked up his Blink as well.
God Strength. Okay, Ancient stack time. Blizzard just racking up the money there.
Yeah. With the way neutrals work, I'm expecting to see a lot more Luna in my pubs for sure. Luna, Sven.
Expect to see a lot less of me in your pubs as well. Anyway, they're going for the tower at mid now. This should be a straightforward takedown, but we've got TPs coming in. Is this really the best idea, RC? I mean, he has the blink for the initiation, but so do they. Blinks away. There's the jump in from the Magnus. He's managed to skewer in Disruption. The Tusk tries to save him, takes him further down with a snowball. Disruption's making a run for it, but the Stormbolt catches him in the back and gets the kill, while the Ice Shots are on the wrong side. Swifty's on the right side. They get the kill on the Warlock as well.
That was honestly the best thing the Tusk could do. I mean, I'm not even sure what Warlock is doing coming into a fight without having level 6. Just shows himself out of position, and Tusk, well, tried his best to save his buddy there. But there wasn't much either of them to do. Clearly, there's something that Job Easy and BDZ are doing on their supports that the supports on the side of Standin 5 are not doing. They've come out ahead in terms of EXP. And it is a huge fact, actually. 14 minutes in and Warlock still not level 6. And yeah, it looks like Blizzard and Swifty, they're going to team up, get in early Aegis.
Yeah, you gotta remember they haven't even blown the RP in that fight just yet. So with this Aegis, they can go forward and fight once more. That's exactly what they're doing. They're pinging out the top tower. They're going to take objective after objective.
Can you check if Tomb of Experience is available for the Radiant? The Tomb of Knowledge? We can't check that, can we? No.
I don't think so. I mean, it's not really showing me the cooldown or the stop
Yeah,
there.
it's not showing me the cooldown either. But Warlock needs it badly. Because if he's going to remain under level like this, his team can't take a fight, and they're pretty much forced to give up towers.
RC, do they know he's hanging around in the trees here? Well, now they do. But they're not going to go for him. Arbing's actually going for him. tad bit too late. They're looking to trade tower for tower, but they're probably not even going to get the tier 1 at bottom. It's a Warlock and a Tusk that are trying to push this, while the entire entity squad is just brute forcing this top lane.
And RC being forced to not take fights from the Legion Commander because his Warlock can't help him too much, his Tusk can't help him either. At best, they're going to get a trade if they're lucky, but they're losing 2 towers for the price of 1.
Yeah,
So-
Avariccia, meanwhile, is building towards an Echo Saber, so he's not rushing the Silver Edge here. I guess I can agree with that. Do you really need the Silver Edge this game? I mean, what's the passives that he's going to disable that would really have an impact? The only thing that comes to mind is... Yeah, Fury Swipes and Flesh Heap, I guess, if you want to make Pudge a little less tanky.
Mid lane, Avariccia, he sees BDZ, walks in with the Shadow Blade. This should be a kill, but backup should be one of the kills.
Man!
You said the eye shots are more accurate. I disagree. It looks like Avariccia will go down. 2-man RP. Pashu's dead as well. It's a double kill for Swifty. Here comes the drop. A second too late. Here's Haseeb with duel onto a wing, but no follow-up. Tinker keeping into battle. It looks like he won't get the duel, but he will get the kill. Swifty will manage to bring down the LC in exchange, and now it's Tinker out of position with the march. Can he do anything? He's got laser as well as rockets on cooldown, and he's just making a run for it. BDZ with the frostbite, hooked for for Job Easy there, and Disruption does score a kill onto the Pudge with the Golem. So they lose the Pudge and the Magnus. They get 4 in exchange.
Sick stuff coming out from the Sven there, actually. Even though he wasn't a part of that fight, his centaur got the first stomp off on the Slark, preventing him from using any of his crucial spells. He got brought down quickly because of that. And also a misplay from Pashu, blocking him his ally.
Another misplay from Pashu. You missed it. He snowballed absolutely in the wrong direction, and he's going to get punished. Avariccia tries to make a trade happen, but he can't even bring down BDZ at this point. He's got a bracer, infused raindrops, and 1.8k gold. They're losing another tier 2. Standin 5. I mean, the laning phase wasn't that bad, honestly.
Yeah, but then mid-game, they're just getting pummeled. Entity are...
Yeah.
I mean, this is the mark of a better team, right? When they can pull off the mid-game coordination and communication better, you know that this is a team that's been practicing harder and in the right way, to be honest.
Yeah, a couple of
They-
mistakes there.
They're going to get the Blink Dagger on Mamacita now, and I don't think any amount of mechanical skill is really going to help you against a team that's moving as one, well-synced unit here like Entity.
Yeah, sure, you got high ground defense with the march, but it's going to take everything coming out from a Tinker and a Slark to bring down the Crystal Maiden. Warlock has just hit 7. Tusk is not even level 6 at 18 minutes.
You got to be kidding me.
He needed to spend a little bit more of his early game looking for EXP. He's been rather unproductive about it, and every time he shows up in a lane, he just ends up dying.
I mean, granted, Tusk is, I've got a thing against. Okay then. Doesn't bother helping his ally TP in there. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not a fan of Tusk pickups unless there's an agenda behind it. But in this game, I still feel like Tusk does fit the bill a little bit. The snowball and of course, sorry, not the snowball, the Walrus Punch at least does work versus magic immune heroes and does help to shave off some time on potential BKB carriers like the Sven and the Ursa.
Yeah, even Sigil is good versus all the right-click damage coming out from Entity Gaming here. So, he's not a bad pick, but he's not been very efficient in his laning phase. And is it all going to boil down to upping in those plays by putting them on the cliff? I'm not sure if that was the deciding factor, really.
I mean, that definitely played a part, but they still had a decent early game after all that.
Yeah, that played a part. You lost a minute. It's 19 minutes. You're still not level 6. That's the bigger problem, honestly.
Anyway, we are seeing talents being picked up here now. Ursa going for the attack speed as opposed to the armor. Doesn't really care about tanking up versus the Slark or the LC for that matter. LC has yet to win a single duel, by the way, and we're almost at the 20-minute mark. And this is despite him having a fairly well-timed Blink Dagger.
It's honestly not his fault. LC in the early game cannot win duels just by herself. She does need a team to chip in with damage. And she initiated 2 duels, but the damage just wasn't there to help bring down the enemy. She did get both the kills, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, didn't get 1 kill, ended up getting 1. Anyway, mid lane, job easy. He sees RC and not sure if he can land the hook. It's unlikely, but I guess S5 have to disengage.
Oh, now they can. They've got the observer ward placed up on the cliff here. The Crystal Maiden actually went in under cover of a smoke to drop it. They've got vision. This is a very difficult defense for Standin 5. Pudge, he's fishing. He's gonna fire the hook, finds him as well. They'll get the kill on the LC. All courtesy that one cheeky observer ward. Again, a practiced and calculated play coming out. Smoke, drop a ward, find a pick off, take a tier 2. And rinse and repeat. Get the Tinker this time around. Force out a drop. Swifty actually whiffs on the hurt shock, but Abing comes in with the RP. While BDZ pops the freezing field just for style points.
So where did it go wrong for Standin 5?
I mean, there's a lot of things. To be very honest, Entity Esports are just the better team here. When
That
the
is, but
enemy
what did they do
Magnus,
wrong?
when the enemy Magnus throws two of your supports on a cliff in the first 5 minutes of the game, I think you've really got to go back to the drawing board and wonder why the actual hell were you there in the first place.
I think you really got to jump off a cliff after the game. But, yeah, I mean, that is one of the factors. I'm also going to boil it down to support play. If I was Standin 5, I'd take a closer look at what BDZ is doing, because he's clearly pulling ahead in the early game. And Tusk and Warlock didn't have the most fun laning phase. They almost brought down a Bing, and maybe if they brought him down, things would have been a little different. But I'm not sure if that was going to be enough. Also, yeah, I mean, RC did well, but you can't win a duel all by yourself, right? Unless, like, Crystal Maiden is horribly out of position. Anyway.
Tinker has some ambitious dreams. He's got the Aghanim Scepter queued up there.
Ah, okay. You
I'm
think
gonna
that's
go for-
what he needs this game?
Yeah, I mean, what else is he really going to go for?
Okay.
Might as well get as much firepower as you can.
Anyway, Avarisha and Muslak, he's hunting for pickups. He sees
Oh, he took it!
What?
No, I thought he stole his item. That was close.
Okay. Anyway,
I think he actually dropped down the arcane boots to regen faster with the shrine, and I thought Slark came in and picked it up.
well, Sun 5 is still holding on. They've lost the lane of lags. I don't want to say they're out of the game just yet. I mean, a couple of pickoffs, and there's still comeback goal that kicks in.
They've got good high ground defense, but not without the fatal bonds, man. I didn't even see this up until now, but Disruption's chosen to put points into
What?
upheaval instead of fatal bonds. Remember how we spoke about Warlock being about the fatal bonds and not the drop? I think Disruption disagrees with us. I mean,
No.
what the actual hell is going on here? Why do you not have fatal bonds? There's so much synergy with your fatal bonds and a Tinker.
There's a lot of synergy with the Legion Commander as well, overwhelming odds and fatal bonds. But yeah, I have seen some Warlocks go for the upheaval, but
Bing. I don't know if that was him predicting the Tinker's movement or if the Tinker went fishing for him. But they got a kill on the Tinker. It did cost them an RP, but no Tinker for 40 seconds. How do you defend anymore? Swifty in trouble, doesn't have an Aegis, remember, but he does have the invade, so he's going to shrug off a lot of the damage. The defensive hook comes out. LC is down. Blizzard smacks him in the face. Turns around for Pashu. Pashu will drop as well. Upheaval and Warlock drop, doing absolutely nothing. They swallow that golem alive, and now our Bing comes back with a special delivery for 2. Avarisha as well as Disruption gets skewered back into the deaths. While BDG continues to dance from the sidelines. These are some of the most clowny team fights I've been witness to, I have to say. Well, I think it's safe to say this game is in the bag for Entity Esports. They haven't dropped a single game since phase 1, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at the rate they're going, they're probably not going to drop a single game all the way to the land, maybe even through the entire land.
But we have got Go Figure back in the Masters League. I mean, coming into the Masters League. And I did cast one of the games yesterday versus 3C40. They played some really good Dota. They're a side that doesn't have a game plan that reeks of desperation. They actually take a look at the enemy and respond moment to moment. And they're a team that has a really good in-game shot call, I'd like to say. But yeah,
Ursa died, by the way.
test. Huh?
Ursa just died, by the way.
I was watching that.
That's casual 1096 gold over to the Tinker. So his Aghanims is almost complete thanks to that. Crystal Maiden also died, and she's worth good 765 gold.
Yeah, she has a four staff and a rod of ATOS.
And they
25
didn't even bring
minutes
down that tier 3, but yeah, I think it's still too late. I don't see how they're going to defend versus 2 lanes of barracks.
Avarisha is trying to bring down Job Easy. The pounds completely off the mark. And he might just get hooked back. Will get hooked back. Here comes Abing with the Empower trying to help Job Easy do some damage. But Avarisha, he's fine. Just leaps to the other side. Has got shutdowns in 50 seconds. The Shockwave went to the left. It looks like they're both playing games with each other. But here comes Blizzard with the Stormhammer. The dust is there. This time the Shockwave doesn't miss. And yeah, Avarisha ends up going down. So the Slark is worth less gold than the Crystal Maiden. This is like going to a restaurant and finding out that food is more expensive than the alcohol. It's a win-win.
But this is because Entity Esports are 20,000 net worth and EXP ahead, right? Roshan's up for grabs this time around, even though it is the second rush. He's got a cheese alongside him. New patch, new items, of course. Wonder who's going to hold on to that cheese here. Okay, looks like Swifty's going to keep both. Age is taken, Shrine's taken, cheese consumed. All... Oh, what?
I don't understand. Is he the PGG of Philippines? I don't know if he's joking or if he's serious half the time. I can't tell. And that really worries me. He's such an unpredictable player. You never know what he's going to do.
Why?
I don't think even he knows what he's going to do. Anyways, the drop is there. Rockets as well. Here's the upheaval. Here comes the snowball. They're moving on to Swifty. Swifty's got the Aegis, turns around. Pashu's dead. Seen not even getting the duel off. Lasers doing some serious work. They lost Disruption. They lost Pashu. But they've cleaned up the Aegis. And BDC will have to retreat. Swifty going in for round 2. Finds RC. Brings him down. All that remains is a Tinker. And even Blizzard's giving chase to him. Diving him all the way until his fountain.
I'm not sure if this would have really mattered, but again, there were no Fatal Bonds even used in that fight, despite him having scaled it up. I don't know what the hell is going on here with this Warlock.
Yeah.
And, you know, if this I know that Standin 5 are a team that likes to rewatch their games and take feedback in a positive manner, so I'm just going to throw it out there. This was a really underwhelming game coming out from them. Warlock was really not up to the mark. I don't agree with the decision to not get Fatal Bonds and let alone not use them when you have them. But that's not the only reason they lost. Entity Esports are the better team all across the board here, and huge props to them for taking another game in the bag. At this rate, yeah, I definitely see them going through to the Masters for summer phase 3 and maybe even the LAN. And, you know, I'm actually willing to put my money that they're not even going to drop a single game as long as they participate with their 5-man roster every single time.
Yeah, there is potential in this lineup. They've got another phase to play. This is definitely homework for them to take a quick look at this game and come back with a better game plan. But yeah, that's it for the day. Do not go anywhere, however. We've got Counter-Strike coming up. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name was Vivek. With me was CloudX. We're done for the day.
gentlemen, and that was an amazing match of Dota 2. That is what I really love about ESL India Premiership 2017. We get to see such amazing gameplay in the Indian esports that's happening right now. But I'd like to first greet everyone who's joining us on ESL India's page that's watching us live, as well as those who are watching us live on our YouTube channel of ESL India. This is day 2 of the phase 2 of summer season of ESL India Premiership 2017, sponsored by Omen by HP, HyperX, Zoe by BenQ, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. This is Oren Persian Shariff, and let's go ahead and talk about the final game of the day, which is CSGO. Let's take a look at the standings of CSGO Masters. On our CSGO Master standing, as you can see, we have JMD Gaming on the lead with the first win of the game in the phase 2. Now we also have Team Wolf, Entity Esports, SimperX, Trademark Gaming, Brutality, Risky Gaming, and Dare to Dream. Now let's go on and check on the standings for the challengers for CSGO. We got Shooting Monkeys, who also won their first match in phase 2, and we have Blitz Gaming, Accuracy Gaming, Too Easy Gaming, Team JHS, Game for Glory, ERT, and The Elements. So let's go on and look at the playoffs for today. Today's match is going to be between Team Wolf and Risky Gaming. Now, personally, I love both the teams. Both of them have amazing coordination, amazing gameplay. Risky Gaming and Wolf, that's just, I don't know what's going to happen. But let's talk about both the teams a little bit more before we go on to the game, shall we? Now, Team Wolf, a lot of its members hail from the former CSGO team, Team Overcome. As Overcome, they actually qualified for ESWC 2016, one of the top 8 CSGO teams in the 2016 Masters. They are led by Ritesha. The team has been interested in player Goku Sagar, who is a full-time ER doctor during the day and a pro CSGO player at night. The team also boasts of talent such as Anu Sharma and Devesh Shetty. In the summer season phase 1 of ESL India Premiership 2016, this team was placed on 6th. Now they are playing versus Risky Gaming, a UAE-based gaming team. The team is led by Obaid Al-Mahiri. They actually won 2016 ESL India Premiership Masters. They dominated the phase 1 of ESL India Premiership 2017 CSGO Masters League. The team goes head-to-head against Team Wolf, and I'm not sure who's gonna win. You are not sure who's gonna win. The casters don't know who's gonna win. There's just one way to find out which team's going to win today, and the only way to find out is to go ahead and watch the games.
falling on the ground. Long day, but we won't back down. One thing playing on our minds. Long wait, but we won't give up now. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. We are the champions of the night. We are the champions of the night. Yeah. We are the fighting tide, the ones that burn so bright. We are the champions of the night. Champions of the night. Can't tell if we're dreaming now. We watch as the fire falls down. One thing playing on our minds. Time stops and we don't make a sound. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. I'm ready to love.
I've been waiting for so long. Now those feelings are so gone. I don't care what else goes on. We will take you away in the night when you see me, and I'm feeling free. Leave me to play.
We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We feel the place, with our desire, face splitting, bass driven, low fire.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes.
Oh no! Punch! Oh crap!
Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Hey guys, it's Oren Pershamia again, and I bring some sad news. Risky Gaming has been having slight technical difficulty signing in, so there will be a short delay to the match. But till that time, I would like to thank you and welcome everyone who has been with us watching the games on our ESL India Live Facebook page, as well as those who are tuning in on ESL's India YouTube channel. I know we all are excited to see the matches, but there'll be a short delay. But let's not forget, this is ESL India Premiership 2017, and I'm going to take a time to talk about our sponsors. Owned by HP, HyperX, Zoiba by Cube, and the whole thing is organized by Northern Gaming. So let's just hope that our boys in Saudi can get their connection up and running, and we can see this match going on. So this is Oren Pershamia signing off. Hopefully the match will start in a second.
I've been waiting for so long. Now those feelings are so gone. I don't care what else goes on. We will take you away in the night when you see me, and I'm feeling free. Leave me to play.
We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We feel the pain.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes.
Oh no! Punch! Oh, crap!
Personalize the way you see it.
I've been waiting for so long. Now those feelings are so gone. I don't care what else goes on. We will take you away in the night when you see me, and I'm feeling free. Leave me to play.
We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We fill the place with our entire face splitting, bass driven gunfire. Face splitting, bass driven gunfire.
I've been waiting for so long. Now those feelings are so gone, and I don't care what else goes on. We will take you away in the night when you see me, and I'm feeling free. Leave me to play.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's game of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's setting up to be a cracker of a game between Risky Gaming and Team Wolf. I'm really sorry for the delay, but Risky Gaming were having some connection issues. They were sorting out their VPN, which is why we were waiting for them to sort out their ping issues, and hence the delay. So we're really sorry for the delay, folks, but without any further ado, we're going to jump right into this game between Risky and Team Wolf on the map Inferno. Now, this is an interesting pick, letting Inferno through for Wolves, because, well, Risky, I've seen them play once on this against Entity. Yes, their CT side was kind of lackluster, but their T side was just so good that, I mean, I hope Wolves have something up. The only team in the phase 1 of the ESL Masters League that came out absolutely undefeated on top. And it looks like it's going to be a very aggressive play out by Nami, who is standing in for Greens, the heavy hitter. And oh, look at that. Things already heating up by mid. And Carry Bob's going to back away. Havoc and Carry Bob seeing a lot of action. And both of them are going to do the smart thing. They're going to back away. And Carry Bob spots out DNM. He's going to beat a hasty retreat into pit. And he's going to get swamped from all sides. He needs to be careful, but the rotation's already coming in. Oh, and there we go. Carry Bob opening things up with the kill onto Ritz. He's got two. But in the meantime, DNM and Monster, two very quick kills. But look at that. Havoc popping out and wreaking absolute havoc, leaving Monster in a 1v3 situation. And it is looking bleak indeed. Can he do it is the question. He has to isolate 3 1v1s, but Havoc's not going to give him any chance. He's going to close out the pistol round with a quick 3k. And that's the first round going to Risky Gaming. And yeah. So very explosive start coming out from Risky. I mean, they did make us wait, so they're jumping straight into the showboating. Risky Gaming, by far one of the most supreme forces in the ESL India Masters Series thus far. They're yet to drop a map. The only team close enough to give them a run for their money have been Entity Esports, who took them to overtime on this very map. It was the first ever game of the phase 1 of the Masters Series, if I recall correctly. And yeah, And that was casted by Blair, and he was just pointing out how efficient Entity were as a T side. They got 11 rounds and an ump and a scout rescued by the Ts, but sadly they don't have any armor to work with, and Manan is just dangerously low. Dangerously low. And there we go. Down goes Manan. It's down to 2v3, and Carry Bob cleaning it up. Gets the kill on Ritz as well. Leaving DNM all alone, but the aim punch isn't going to let him do anything much. And Kit Kat does land the kill onto DNM as well. Pretty clean round. They do lose too, but in the end, I mean, they see it off with the utmost of ease. And what's this? Okay, Monster with a Tech 9 out. And okay, again, upgraded pistols. I like this. The Wolves have changed things up with the departure of Amaterasu. I think they've kind of worked around the strats a little bit, the setups a little bit. Falcon playing instead of Amaterasu, I think, who has departed for Dare to Dream. And it's going to be upgraded pistols across the board. 1 Tech 9, 4 P250s. Oh, that nade though is going to sail in, and that nade spam just getting the drop on a Kit Kat. But there's Breaker with a quick double kill and the bomb down. Oh, but DNM pops back out and pops Breaker in the face with a P250. Look at this. The flanks already come in. Carry Bob gets one, gets two. Can he land the third is the question. Spots out Manan. Manan's all alone, and well, he falls to Havoc. No problem. Yet again, losing 2 players. So risky, although they have won the 2 rounds, it's not been completely cut and dry. They have lost players left, right, and center. So pretty interesting. What kind of buy will they decide to carry forward? Yeah, so we'll still see the 2 UMPs remain on the field of play. Kit Kat will go with the upgraded rifle. 3 rifles, 2 UMPs, and a whole kitty of grenades. Not bad at all. They can make this work. On the flip side, because Wolves saved so much money in the first 2 rounds not buying anything, they're going to have all the nades and the utility to work with, along with the armor AKs. No ops out just as yet. And that nade's going to go sailing in and take a chunk of damage of DNM. And in the meantime, Monster falls to Carry Bob. The aggression up halls really paying off there. Unable to recover the AK-47 though, but that doesn't matter. They've gotten a man advantage and put DNM on half health. That's more or less half the battle won. And oh! Carry Bob peeking and taking out the grenade at the worst possible moment. And that grenade, again, not really doing much because it bursts right behind Manan. But if he just had his UMP out, he would have gotten the drop on Manan 7 days and twice on Sunday. Like, it was a very easy kill. Just bad timing in his, like from his perspective there. Unlucky to be anything else. And Carry Bob's going to get flashed in by his teammate. Oh, Manan hears this. He's careful. In the meantime, the T's have made their way to mid and will be going towards Boiler, I think. Oh no, they're just holding mid right now. And Nami perfectly brought into play by his teammate there, but does get taken out by Manan and Ritz there. And the A-bomb site looks ripe for the taking. Alright, the bomb is gradually making its way onto the A-bomb side. Manan just teasing Havoc. Havoc spots out Ritz. Rattles a few shots off, gets one, unable to get two, but they're so bloody low. 19 and 11 health on either player, and now Kit Kat has taken up Havoc's position. Down goes Manan, all down to Ritz. Will he be able to get the bomb down? There's just 9 seconds left on the clock. He has to stick the defuse at some point or the other, and that's when, oh, Ritz gets the kill. Doesn't have time though. Breaker, all he needs to do is survive, and that's exactly what he does. And Breaker staying alive. Unfortunately, Ritz not even getting the money for this round, so that means they're gonna have to save. Maybe they buy up Armor Pistol because they are on a 4-round loss bonus and they'll be getting $3,400 for the next round. So they might want to buy into Armor Pistols this round and maybe try and get the bomb down to boost Ritz's money a little bit. And yeah, it is a force buy coming in from Team Wolves. They've got 1 Galil, 2 AK-47s, 1 Tech 9 and an ump on the playing field. Oh, and the nades being chucked down mid. Going to do a chunk of damage over to DNM. DNM is like having some really bad luck right now. Everywhere he peaks at the beginning of the round, he seems to take nade damage right off the bat. Anyway, very heavy mid presence coming out from Team Wolf. But, you know, it's still very early days in the round, so they haven't really committed to anything. They're just feeling out the CT setup right as of now. Still a lot of mid presence, and they seem like they don't feel like backing away. Breaker's gonna spot out. Oh, Breaker does spot out Ritz, but Ritz taking his head clean off. In the meantime, Nami falls to Falcon. That is quite interesting, actually. Leaving Harry Bob all alone in the pit. Oh, spraying and praying. And this time the prayers go absolutely unanswered, leaving it down to a 2v5. I think at this moment it would be best to just save. Mounting a retake in a... Oh, Kit Kat kind of messing up his prey there, his flashbang there. It is a 2v5 retake situation. They might just set up for exits because at this point it looks unlikely the retake will come in. And yeah, the call to save does go out. So Wolves putting the first round on the board, and that forced by really catching Team Risky off guard. They weren't prepared for it. They decided to go in with the UMPs thinking that it's going to be at the most an armor pistol buy-up, or most likely anticipating a full eco. But Wolves throw them a curveball and throw a spanner in the works for Risky Gaming. They're going to take the first round after 5 rounds of play. The scores are going to stand 4-1. Having won 4 rounds in a row and kept keeping quite a few players alive, they're going to be able to buy into this round, especially because the 2 guns saved. But this is going to be their last buy, Risky Gaming. If they lose this round, they are going to be flat out broke. But on the flip side, oh, look at that. Breaker opening things up with a kill onto DNM. But as I was saying, on the flip side, if Wolves lose this, they stand the risk of... Well, not really. They can buy into the next round. They'll get 1400 if they lose this round, and they will be able to eke out another buy. It'll be a fairly light buy, just armor AKs and a couple of smokes and a few flashbangs here and there. But still, it'll be a buy nonetheless. In the meantime, Breaker's made his way over to Arches, and he's holding a fairly aggressive angle here. Oh, he's going to peek over to Boiler. Will he be able to get a pick is the question. He's alone there. He needs to be careful. He should just rattle off a shot and not go for the repeak. In the meantime, look at this monster. He's made his way up side halls in apartments, and he's gonna chill there for a while as the bomb makes its way over. And Manan gonna join Monster. Look at this Breaker just inching out, peeking one angle at a time. In the meantime, Havoc is playing so close, making a noise. He's gonna bait out for his teammate there. Oh, but the smoke, it's gonna block Breaker's vision. Is he tempted to push the smoke is the question. The answer to that does seem to be a yes. Gets 1 kill, but unable to get any more. And Carry Bob blinds up Monster, but unable to land the spray. This is not what was planned for this round. It's down to a 3v2, a much higher chance of a retake 3v2 situation, but both the players are playing from the same side, and that Molotov is going to push them even further back. Kit Kat, with the only player with the kit, so they do have to hurry a little bit. Nami and Kit Kat seem to have a vague idea where both these players, at least one player is playing from. Look at that. Kit Kat just so aware. Gets the first kill. I think he heard Manan jump onto Motorbox. And Monster's unnecessarily peeking out there. But Nami with the op, I think they would have heard the scope. But he's taken a lot of damage. He's on 26 points of health, but that doesn't matter. Does still manage to land the kill onto Monster. And now he's going to back off and try and save the AWP. It's a decent bit of economic damage done, but the money on... Risky right now. All right, $2,200, $1,900. They're gonna get $1,900 for this round. Yeah, not very good. They are looking at a full eco. They are looking more or less towards staring into an eco. Not looking very good for Risky right now. Wolves 2 rounds on the board. They've seemed to pull together and gotten a few rounds on the trot. That should lend to their confidence at the moment. Risky still playing a very safe CT side. So in my opinion, Risky's CT side isn't their strength on Inferno. It will be their T side. Much more explosive, much more dynamic. So Risky are just trying to put as many rounds as possible on the board while playing their CT side. And they generally tend to do the bulk of their damage on their T side. Look at that. Kit Kat spotting out DNM, but DNM just too good for him. Also the fact that he had no armor. And there we go, DNM opening up the entire B defense, almost single-handedly getting the 2 kills on the B defenders over there. But I like this. Wolves not really rushing into anything. They know that they feel that there might just be a stack and they might just run into pistols and pistol fire in close ranges in CSGO. Not really the best thing to do. And look at that Nami with the AWP rotating over and gets the kill onto DNM. And now the T's know that the op is over by the B bomb site, so they're gonna just casually be making their way over mid and towards A. But Havoc, can he do something with that Deagle? We all know how good he is, but not today. Manan shutting down Havoc's Deagle. And that's the A bomb side right for the taking. Just carry Bob there. He's gonna get Molotov'd out and taken down. Nami should again just still look to save the AWP for the next round as well. But Manan's out on the hunt. What can Nami do? Will he be able to figure out the fact that Manan's already on the flank? Yep. The tag coming in from Manan. And down goes Nami. The op does not get saved. And will Monster be able to retrieve it in time is the question. And the answer is... Okay, they've opted not to go for the AWP. All right. It is Inferno, folks. It is the T side. You don't really need an op, to be very honest. But yeah, Nami going for the hero plays. He's going to go for the naked op, as they say. The glass cannon op. No armor, just the big green gun. Or in Nami's case, the lightning strike. Smoke for... I think that's for top banana. Yep. Breaker still with the UMP. The buy coming in not the most convincing. 2 UMPs, 2 M4s and an op. And utility just onto 2 players, essentially. That being Carry Bob and Breaker. One playing over by the A bomb side, one playing over by the B bomb side. That's all right. They're spreading out their utility. The 2 players playing utility, playing either side that can work. It's all going to come down to KitKat on this B bomb side. Considering the fact that Breaker's on the UMP, he's not going to be able to engage at these longer ranges, and KitKat needs to be careful. He needs to ask for a pop flash from his teammates, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And KitKat walks into 2 players completely blinded, but there's one right behind him. And Breaker in the meantime does get 3 kills, and Breaker not stopping there, gets the 5th, but now it's all down to Monster. He's down to a 1v2, and Nami making his way over to construction. Bomb will go down though. What can Monster do? Can he clutch out a hero round? All the smokes have gone in. That will give him time to take up some kind of post plan, but he's gonna get completely pincered. All 3 sides, Banana pushing. There's one CT, and Nami with the AWP. Just shutting him down, putting the 5th round on the board for Team Risky. And see, that round, that's what I was saying, right? That perfect team play. KitKat was playing top banana, and he asked for a pop flash from his teammate Breaker, who was the player running utility. And that pop flash was just so perfectly timed that it blinded almost, I think there were 4 Ts just standing by Car, huddled up around Car, and they just all got Helen Kellered so hard. And KitKat was just able to pop up and get 2 players. There was a player standing behind him. He couldn't really do anything about it. But Breaker was there to get the trade, and Breaker got 2 kills. That's each player doing their role perfectly on the B-bomb side. And I think this is a tactical timeout being called by... Oh, yeah, it is a tactical timeout being called by Team Wolf. And they need to really re-evaluate how they're going to break this Risky Gaming CT side. The thing is, they did have a pretty good, a couple of good rounds against Risky Gaming, but that's the problem with Risky, right? So earlier they were playing 3B early round, and one player was rotating after chucking the nades and whatnot down Banana, but now they've changed it over. Now there's just 2 dedicated players over by the B bomb site, and one of them, Breaker, the hard carry, seems to have dropped from the server. It's sad that Green's not playing though. Nami, I think, is the 6th player, the substitute, playing for Risky Gaming in Green's stead. Green's had such a breakout performance over last year's ESL India Premiership. He was the MVP at the Delhi LAN event, the final LAN event that was held in December. I think that man was dropping 40 bombs like nobody's business on multiple maps across the entire tournament. And I think Risky just lost 1 map over the entire course of the LAN. And that was Cobblestone to either D2D or Destructive, as I forget which one. I think it was D2D. They lost Cobblestone to. And just to prove a point, after that time, after losing that map, they made it They made sure that they played Cobblestone in each of their following matches and beat every team conclusively, that too. Like, just to prove a point. That's how nasty Risky Gaming is. That's how good they are, and that's how difficult an opponent they are to play. Seems Breaker seems to have dropped from the server, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back just as soon as he joins. Until then, I'll take a short break and grab a drink of water. See you all shortly, folks. Don't go anywhere, and I'll be back shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Breaker seems to have joined back into the server. So we're going to go live very, very shortly, just as soon as the buy comes in. And because Wolves won, let me see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 rounds on the trot, they're going to be going in with yet another buy. Manan still on $7,000, so he'll be able to drop a few pistols should they lose this round over to his teammates. In the meantime, Risky do manage to pull round, 1 round back, just as Wolves seem to be picking up the momentum on their T side. And that all came down to some very good opping from Breaker and Nami. I think Breaker did DC and Nami had picked up the op. Very good opper Nami, but not as dynamic or as aggressive as Breaker. Breaker just absolutely nuts with the big green gun, and so is Greens. Greens a very good talent with the op as well. Frankly, Risky is one of those teams, they're very fanatic-esque in their attitudes with the op. Like each and every one of them can wield a scoped weapon, regardless of who they are. Nami, KitKat, Breaker, Greens, Havoc, Carry Bob, each and every one of them. And a fast play out towards mid seems to be the order of the day. And oh, Nami, unfortunate they're missing a sitter of a shot. And now it's all going to come down to Carry Bob and Havoc here over by the A bomb site to stem the flow of the incoming T's. And KitKat going to flash himself out, is burning alive. Oh, spotting one player, sprays down. In the meantime, KitKat and Carry Bob do get 1 kill apiece. KitKat needs to be careful. Half bomb down, but that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Wolves with a fast play out over by mid and into the A bomb side, and they managed to put the 4th round on the board, immediately resetting Risky Gaming. Like I said, Risky's CT side on Inferno, not something to write home about, to be very frank. Not the most consistent or the most coherent or collective and cohesive CT side unit on Inferno for Risky Gaming, but their T side though is something to be feared. And 5 rounds on the board, I think they might just be able to work with this, but it's still early days. It's just 10 rounds in. We're in the 10th round, just 9 rounds have completed. And look at that. Okay, KitKat, what can he do with the Deagle? The answer is absolutely nothing. He's going to fall back to a more safe and secure location. In the meantime, Havoc with the 5-7. Playing very aggressive in Boiler. Needs to be careful. There's a player just around the corner. Okay, Manan is on the other side of Apps. In the meantime, Monster is going to be pushing up side halls. Havoc, oh, the timing. Monster needs to be careful. Oh, Havoc spots on the top of the head. Dinks him. But Monster still able to land the kill, but he's oh so low. He's left internally bleeding on 4 points of health. He's but a whisper in the ear away from collapsing into the warm arms of death. And yep, looks like another imminent A hit coming in. We have Manan who just, okay, good. This is the better decision. They've gotten the kill over by the A bomb set and they're falling back towards B. Ritz does find Carry Bob in the meantime. That's going to keep both the players rooted onto the A bomb side, by the way. And Breaker's going to be all alone on the B bomb side with a P250, and he spots out DNM. And Falcon perfectly baited into position by DNM, and Falcon will make no mistakes in ripping Breaker's head off. And it's all going to come down to KitKat and Nami. I don't think they should necessarily be going for the kills and just set up for exits. Falcon holding that angle very well. And the pre-fire getting tagged up there, KitKat. Oh, and Falcon going to peek out and shut things down. In the meantime, there's just Nami by bottom banana. And like I said, they should just play for exits right now. And it looks like that's exactly what Nami is doing, but not the best of positions. Like the only place he can actually catch someone off guard is someone pushing banana. But if someone does come mid, he's toast. And that's why you can see him constantly going back and forth, because he knows how exposed he is from mid. And in the meantime, it looks like it's going to be a perfect round coming in from Wolves. A perfect anti-eco. Not a single rifle lost. And yeah, that's going to go huge in making their economy a lot stronger for the coming rounds. And yeah, look at that. Manan on $11,000. Everyone's sitting pretty. They will be easily able to buy into the next round, even if they lose this. But over on the flip side, yet another cobbled together buy coming out. Breaker on the op this time. And Nami picks up a Bison? What? Okay, that was a misbuy and a very expensive misbuy. That's $1,400. And there we see Nami look at that Bison in despair and shoot it across the CT spawn like bleh. And yeah, that happened, folks. Breaker with the AWP is going to get Molotoved off. And yeah, he decides better than to peek this. But I mean, if he does take a few pot shots off here and there, he's going to get... He could have gotten the kill with the wall bang, to be very frank. That flashbang, though, not really going to help. Oh, KitKat does manage to find the kill, and it will go untraded. That's a man advantage very early to take into this round. That's good. That's good. That puts the T's on the defensive. And look at this. The very aggro up middle as well. So, Risky right now, what they're doing with the map control is that they're forcing Wolves into one choke point that is going to be mid. Because they, or apartments, because that's the only place that they can actually funnel through. Everywhere else they have like a gridlock. They've pushed banana, and they, okay, now they relinquished banana control and pushed mid a little bit. Oh, but that flashbang, Nami, not really, they're not checking the corner. Nami gets one, unable to get anything else. Havoc in the meantime does get the kill onto Ritz, and Carry Bob will get the kill onto DNM, and leaving Monster in a 1v2 situation. Breaker gonna pop up, but he's gonna miss the shot. That's a very rare miss coming in from Breaker. Usually he lands those, well, 11 times out of 10. But this is gonna be that one rare occasion when he completely messes it up. And Monster's really aware of where the player will come in from, but KitKat timing that to perfection. He also has a kit, so he can easily go back, retrieve Breaker's off, and then go in for the defuse. There's plenty of time left on that bomb clock. There's no need to hurry or panic. Level-headed as always. KitKat gets the kill, knows he has the kit, picks up the op as well. And now he's just going to go shopping, retrieving fallen utility, left, right, and center, and he's managed to recover, well, an incendiary and a smoke. That's a lot of money saved. Six rounds to 5 to Risky Gaming after 11 rounds of play. Not bad from Wolves, I'll have to give them that. Getting 5 rounds off of Risky on their CT side, not a mean feat. This is still quite a CT-sided map. Well, that is if the CT side knows what they're doing. In the meantime, yet another very, very mixed by 3 UMPs, 1 M4 and an op against 5 AK-47s and a full stack of nades from Team Wolf. So the utility advantage as well as the weapon advantage lies with Team Wolf. But look at that, 5 Molotovs still alive and well on Team Risky Gaming. So they can actually delay the pushes till Kingdom Come once they do get a read on where Team Wolf want to push. That's 1 Molotov off, 4 still left on the cards. And Nami is being baited in by Breaker, and Breaker, oh, goes down. Unfortunate, and that flashbang's gonna catch Nami and completely blind him. In the meantime, KitKat just caught out in the open there. Havoc sprays away, burns one alive, but DNM there to get the trade. And now Carry Bob, it's all up to him. 1v3, what can he do is the question. He does only have a UMP and a kit to work with. Might be able to rescue one of these AK-47s that's lying by Banana, but Monster's watching it like a hawk. But whoa, what a flick from Carry Bob. Now it's a 1v2. They've got a very good crossfire setup right now. Ritz, very low, but playing from dark. I think he's going to bait for DNM right now, who's by CT spawn. And Carry Bob doing the smart thing, falling back, trying to save the AK-47, and will be just more than content to go for exits at this moment. that's 6-6, and Carry Bob just letting off some steam, some frustration as to why his team is capitulating like a house of cards on a windy day. So, overall, not bad. Wolves not being steamrolled the way most teams are by Risky Gaming in this tournament thus far. They're putting up a fight. And this is the true evolution of Indian CS, guys. Like, so far, Risky was the benchmark for most Indian teams. That this is the team that we have to aspire to beat. And although no one's still very close to, fulfilling that, what's it called, prophecy of actually beating Risky Gaming, but teams are coming closer, much closer. Like, games earlier against Risky Gaming were used to just be like a blowout. Like, they'd just come onto the server, wreck everybody, and just traipse you off, and not a care in the world, as they say, 0 Fs given, as they say. But now Risky are actually having to sweat it out. They're having to play. They're having to bring out their playbook, and they're having to go and actually grit their teeth and go for the rounds. And you can actually see Indian CS improving little by little, but that's how the evolution works. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not an easy and simple process. It takes time. And look at this, a very formidable A stack coming in from Risky Gaming. But the read coming out from Wolf is also impeccable. DNM, or Gokmeister as he's called in-game right now, is a very cerebral player. He's one of the smartest players in Indian Counter-Strike. And as I praise him, he gets the read a bit wrong. They are looking like they're going to push mid. And they might just walk with arms wide open into a stacked bomb site. There we go. Nami opening things up with a kill on a monster, and trades going back and forth. This is not really going to favor the CTs though, but look at that Havoc popping out and getting the kill. But in the meantime, KitKat, the only player with a rifle, he needs to go huge here. Unfortunately, he completely whips his spray, and Falcon decapitates him, taking control of the B bomb site, and the bomb will go down. Carry Bob still has a kit to work with though, so he can make something happen. Falcon, though, watching CT like a hawk from construction, just outside construction, actually, and that flashbangs going to delay the push. In the meantime, Havoc has picked up an AK-47, is making his way up Banana. Carry Bob needs to be careful. I think he got spotted out by Falcon there. Oh, be careful. Oh, Falcon getting the drop onto Havoc, and Carry Bob knows where the last player is. Ritz is a little bit low, gets spotted out, and doesn't manage to spray him down. Carry Bob. Ritz with the clutch of the game so far. Actually, not really, like, with a good clutch is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, does manage to put 7 rounds on the board for Team Wolves. And now Risky will have to go for a hard ego if they want to go into the last round, the final round, with any semblance of a bye here. They did do some economic damage onto Wolves, bringing it down to a 1v1. But at that point, when you force buy into down to your last dollar, the objective is not to do economic damage onto your opponents, but to actually win the round. And there we go, KitKat Breaker, Carry Bob just falling like flies. DNM, Ritz, and Falcon, they're like just swatting Risky Gaming off the server this round. Everyone just capitulated there. And before we even know it, in the blink of an eye, it's 8-6. All right, so finally, Risky Gaming, all 5 rifles. I think it's been a while since I've seen all 5 Risky players on rifles. Even on their gun rounds, we used to see a couple of players on the UMP. But now, Wolves just commanding the respect that they deserve. All 5 out on rifles, and that. Why double molly onto car is the question. It's just a bit of lack of communication coming in from Team Wolves. Their unnecessary wastage of utility. And the deep smoke to come out for Banana, and it looks like, yeah, Risky are going for some really early Banana control, trying to funnel the players over onto mid, where Nami waits with his arms wide open with the M4. But the utility is already out. Carry Bob, the only player left with the smoke and a flashbang, and not a single kit on the CT side. So if the bomb does go down in case this A defense falls, because there's just 2 players left. Finally, though, 2 more players rotating over to the A bomb site. So that's the thing, right? That's why you do that deep smoke off Banana right now. So, yeah, but this wall of smoke, they've literally cut the A bomb site in half. But will they be pushing? There go, down goes Breaker. And the B bomb site is completely ripe for the taking. But they're not going it. They're going for the A take. Down goes KitKat, but Nami does get found out in the meantime. And Carry Bob with it all to do. They almost lined up for Carry Bob. He's unable to land the telling kill. And Havoc What can he do? DNM just around the corner, gets his face smashed in. Havoc does recover the AK-47, but it's the last round of the half and does not have a kit. So whatever he has to do it on the double, as they say. Pretty decent post plants coming out from Risky, Team Wolf right now. One player pit, one in the side, and it's popping out from pit and ending Havoc. Wolves see out the half in a surprising 9-6 in the lead going into their CT side. And this is a map that Wolves really favor. So anything can happen, to be very honest. I haven't seen Risky play Inferno that much, and Wolves have been practicing this map day in and day out. So they'd stand a really good chance of maybe even winning this. I'm apprehensive in saying this because, you know, the curse of the commentator. Every time I hype up a team going up against Risky, they somehow just claw their way back into the map and beat the team. Silly. So, well, to speak from Risky's side, this pistol round is going to be absolutely crucial for them. And what will they bring to the table? Monster with the kit and the smoke, everyone else armor, USPs and P2000s. Ritz falling back, getting flashbang to high heavens. And it's going to come down to DNM. He spots out Carry Bob, rattles off a few shots, but missing everything. Havoc gets the kill onto DNM. Nami decapitates Ritz. And now the retake is on in earnest. Look at that. Oh, the smart boost coming out, but just not able to peer over the smoke. In the meantime, Nami does dispatch off with Manan. And it's down to Monster and Falcon to mount this retake. 2v5. There's still a kid onto Monster, so they might want to go for this, but 2v5 is highly unlikely. They're getting double peek left, right, and center. Breaker disposing with Monster. Falcon gets one kill, but that's all he can manage as Havoc slices his head off his shoulders. And, well, Risky Gaming. Could this be their comeback? And look at that, Kit Kat, no respect. Mac 10 out on him instantly. He's gonna do what? He's gonna enter drive-by mode and just farm that SMG money. And the question is, yeah, okay, this is very rare. Wolves with the full eco, like complete hard eco, not anything bought up, USPs and P2000s across the board. And they're gonna stack the B-bomb site. Alrighty then. That's interesting. Because so far, the trend in Indian CS, or in Asian CS in general, has been to just constantly buy up and force buy into the second round if you lose the pistol round, regardless of whether you're on the CT side or the T side. But Wolves thus far haven't done that either on their CT side or their T side. Nate's gonna sail out and do mostly nothing, but Manan does get caught off guard. Kit Kat's just playing the scout role with the Mac 10. I mean, even if they do lose it, it's like $1,000 investment, so nothing lost, nothing gained. So he's just playing the scout role right now. And what does he find? Does spot out Falcon, rattles off a few shots towards Dark. He thinks he... Oh, DNM spotting him out as well. Taking a little bit of damage, but nothing much. Dispatches off with DNM as well. And I think it's Ritz's turn. Nope. Monster will get the kill on to Kit Kat. In the meantime, I think Risky should be making their way over to the A bomb site, which has been completely scouted out and cleared off by Nami and Carry Bob just about now. Breaker just left there to do some more, damage and leave the rotations and stop them from coming in. Breaker getting 2 kills, Kit Kat getting 2 kills. It's pretty good. And now Monster with that save Mac 10, what can he do? He's getting pincered from both sides. They seem to have an idea where he might be playing from, and there we go. You saw Carry Bob just performing instant brain surgery on Monster. You could see the viscera and the brain matter just pop out of his head and splatter the walls there by construction. So now there's 2 choices that Wolves can do. I think they're just going to go with upgraded pistols. What they could have done is something that Brutality are notorious for doing. They'll hard eco the first round after the pistol round, and then they're going to go for a surprise armor from us buy. And that does tend to throw a lot of teams completely off their guard and off balance. But it seems like Wolves are going to go for the full buy in the next round with the rifles, the kits, the nades, and everything. And Ritz will be able to buy up that op as well, along with armor and some utility. So they're playing the long game. I like this. Wolves are not really rushing into this. They're not force buying into it. They're playing the long game. They seem to have a game plan and they're sticking to it. I like it. There's no knee-jerk reactions coming out. There's no panic in the team as sorts. So it's a very new Wolves we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. And what seems to be the matter here? It looks like... All right, it was a technical pause. Something seemed to be wrong with the team speak of one of the players. But that's all been sorted out right now. And we're going to go live with the 18th round of Counter-Strike between Risky Gaming and Team Wolf. And yet again, it's just going to be upgraded pistols. Mac 10 out onto Kit Kat yet again. This man just seems never to leave drive-by mode. That nade's gonna sail in and just about tickles Manan, to be very honest. Oh, Kit Kat spotting out Manan, who's rattling off shots with his deagle. Finally does get taken down by Kit Kat. But there we go, Falcon decapitating Kit Kat and his lifeless body flailing uselessly just by that wall in Banana. And look at that DNM. Sweet one dig. In the meantime, Carry Bob gets the pick onto Ritz. And they should be making their way over to the A-bomb side. I mean, they do lose two players there, but it's just 2 SMGs. So no harm, no foul. In the meantime, Nami does get DNM. The player left there just to ensure that the rotation doesn't come in. But Monster might just catch Havoc off guard. He is the player with the bomb. Oh, the timing just not working out for him. In the meantime, Monster making his way over to the porch area here. But Carry Bob's going to turn around and end him. Does manage to recover the deagle as well for future shenanigans. And to be very honest, folks, Carry Bob should just be passing that deagle on to Havoc, because Havoc on Mirage with the deagle solo wrecked TMG. I think he got a 4K with the deagle on a full eco against a fully bought up TMG. Just 4 shots from the deagle and 4 heads rolling in teammate. That was just epic to watch. In the meantime, Ritz gonna take a lot of early spam damage. This is not looking good. But like I said, full buy coming out. No AWP for Ritz. That's curious though. And Monster with his nade trained. It's gonna go sailing in, and well, it kinda maybe brushed Carry Bob, but nothing more than that. In the meantime, some aggression by Banana. Manan all alone though. I think his teammate should be flashing him in here. And see, this has been the difference. If you noticed how Risky played top Banana as compared to how Wolves have been playing it, this is the main difference. Risky asks the teammates talk to each other and ask for that flashbang to be thrown over so that the player can peek Banana mid-round, just to ensure that there's no one playing there. But this time we saw kind of a disjointed Wolves, Falcon and Manan playing there, not really flashing for each other, not fishing for information. They're more than happy to play passive and wait for the attack to come to them, which is not always the best thing to do. Yes, it does work out because the T's don't know where you're playing from until it's a little too late. You do have the advantage of, the element of surprise, because there's so many corners to clear. And there we go. Kit Kat does walk into the open arms of Falcon. In the meantime, I think, yeah, Manan will peek and gets taken down though. And oh, look at that. Falcon. Nami really aggressive with the AWP. Oh, no scope. But the bomb is out on the open. That is not the best situation. DNM. Oh, I don't think Nami spotted him. And he's getting spammed. Oh, wow, look at that. Carry Bob taking a ton of nade damage, but he needs to be careful. Nami, the smoke's going to fade any second. And DNM knows this. DNM knows this. He's playing it smart. He's waiting. Oh, Nami missing the flick shot. That's not what was on the cards. If you wanted to clutch this round out, you had to get... Oh, did you see that yoga death? But in the meantime, Nami landing a 6-shot. 2 6 shots. Can he do the... And he clutches it out. Nami with the 4K of dreams. Missing 2 very simple shots and then landing 3 of the nuttiest shots you can imagine. All flicks, all crazy shots, including 1 no-scope to get entry into the bomb site. Nami, what are you doing here? You're going to give me a heart attack. Calm down. Wow. Wow. Nami pulling out something crazy. And okay, then 5 nades out for Wolves. We're going to see a Kobe stack somewhere. I think 4 nades are going to get chucked down Banana and 1 down mid. Just putting a world of hurt onto Nami. Nami needs to be careful. 1 nade's out. He's down 60 points of health. That literally blew up under his butt right now. In the meantime, those nades. Okay then. Kit Kat getting the kill onto DNM with the nades instead of the other way around. There's still 1 nade left onto Ritz. And look at that, Kit Kat out for more information gathering. He's fishing with the Mac 10 and he's gonna get instantly shut down by Manan. In the meantime, Nami gets one, gets two. He's not stopping. Somebody put Nami on a leash. He's gone completely beast mode. In the meantime, Havoc getting the kill, but it's the action's all over Banana, folks. And there we go, Breaker putting an end to Manan. Losing just one gun there, that's Kit Kat with the Mac 10, so that's completely doable. And look at that. Nami he's just gone. He's just literally, I don't know what he's doing. I'm at a loss for words, folks, at what he's doing. At a complete loss for words. Now the buy does come out, and Ritz out with the AWP. He's going to be peeking mid. Needs to be careful. I don't think anyone's peeking. Oh, when he gets blinded, and wisely so. He's not going to re-peek. He's going to fall off and take an angle by alt mid. It's going to be a two-man defense over by A, and looks like Wolves are very keen on pushing Banana. They do kind of mess up that deep Banana smoke, but again, look at that. Wasted utility, lack of communication. That's what I'm saying. And they waste two smokes there, literally. Both the players smoking the same angle. In the meantime, Havoc has taken a ton of nade damage over in apartments. Kit Kat, some nade damage. And there's three players lying in wait over by the A-bomb side. That flash gonna completely catch Monster off guard. But somehow they managed to see it through. In the meantime, it's going to come down to DNM laying alone in the side. Gets one. Can he get two more kills? He really needs to get a couple of more kills to make this round worth the while. But unfortunately, Kit Kat's going to flank around and shoot him in the back. Four players. And what does Nami do? Oh, I don't think he knows Manan's in apartments. This could be huge, actually. Post plants coming in, risky. Kit Kat playing by Graveyard. And look at that. Manan, he's just making his way casually up apartments. Here's a player jumping up and down inside. In the meantime, Carry Bob does find Falcon. It's down to a 2v4. I think they should call the save, and that Molotov's gonna force Manan off, and he does get spotted as well. Will Nami go for the fight in Boiler? The answer is no. He's playing it smart. And Manan watching. And look at this, Ritz just trying to hightail it out of there. But he's going to run into the... Oh, no, he's not. I think he might just catch Nami off guard. Oh, the timing not favoring him. Nami peeks back out casually and just puts him down. In the meantime, Manan does find the kill and will be able to recover the AWP. And that's not really what was on the cards for Risky Gaming. But look at that. They're 12 rounds to the good right now. 12-9 is the score. Wolves yet to take a single round on their CT side. Nami, as I was saying, he's just feeling it right now. He just casually walks out Banana after he spots out, I think it was Manan, yeah, and just shoots him in the face. No, it was Ritz when he spotted out. There's going to be a force buy coming out from Wolves. 2 UMPs, 1 FAMAS, 1 M4, and the saved AWP. The AWP on Ritz's shoulders. He's going to be wielding the big green gun for this round. It's all down to him, and oh! Completely blind, but it doesn't matter. It's got his timing down to perfection, and Monster now is going to get some action over by Balcony. He's going to spot out one player, gets 2 kills. DNM assisting with the kill onto Havoc. In the meantime, down to 2v5, and Breaker just completely whiffing that spray, and Monster has attained Monster mode. He gets a 3k. That beautiful hold by Pit. Completely and absolutely instrumental in seeing the first round for Team Wolves on their CT side. Anywho, going into the 23rd round of this game, Risky will be able to buy into this round completely, having, well, quite dominantly seen out the rest of the half up till now. They've put 6 rounds on the board, having kept quite a few players alive, in my opinion. Yeah, they've kept, apart from one round, they've managed to keep 3+ players alive each round. So they have the money to take forward. And that means that they're gonna put Wolves on a reset, but that doesn't matter. Raid's opening things up with the kill onto Breaker. And that nade's going to take a chunk of HP from Carry Bob and Kit Kat. Both. That is not what the doctor ordered. I know it's a cliche, but, well, it's cliched for a reason. And I like what Wolves are doing this round. They've gotten the pick, so they're not aggressing. They're more than happy to play a bit passively. Smoke off towards arches, so that might just signal the players to focus their attention more over towards Boiler, but still 54 seconds left on the clock, and Risky not really interested in going for this A take. They're returning their focus back over to Banana, where Ritz waits with the op. What can he do with this? Yeah, we'll be able to hear this. They still have a couple of smokes to work with, so they will have enough for a CT smoke and a coil smoke, and I think that's exactly what's being lined up right now. There we go, Carry Bob with the CT smoke. The coil smoke also coming out, and Ritz pops out, but unable to land the kill. In the meantime, Havoc getting burned alive by Manan. Manan finally does go down, but Ritz is still here, and there's no smoke. Finally, the smoke does come down, but Kit Kat, okay, have a break, have a Kit Kat, and he's taking down it all on his own shoulders. He's on a 2K, both the kills coming from him this round. And now, Risky need to have the hold of their lifetime. Nami with the AWP. Oh, just scoping up. Timing just not working in his favor. Oh, there we go. Rattles off a shot, misses it, but oh, misses the second shot. Very, very uncharacteristic, but there we go. The flick of the wrist, but this time, Nami not able to attain Kenny S mode, and he does go down, and rather cheaply in my opinion. Like he whiffed. See, that's the thing, right? If you're missing your easy shots, you're going to be made to pay at this level of Counter-Strike. You cannot miss easy shots at this level. Well, Wolves stringing 2 rounds together, and well, the buy can come out from Risky. I think Harry Bob might be tempted to drop an op over for Breaker. No, they're going to go for the AK-47 buy up. But they might just have to eco the next round. They've lost 2. They're going to get $2,400 in the next round. And not all of their players have enough money to buy into that. And KitKat taking a chunk of that nade, eating it. That gets put down to, I think, yeah, 80 points of health. Still a lot of round left to be played. A lot of utility on both sides, but Wolves are just being kind of wanton and wasteful with their nades. They're already down to just 3 smokes and 2 Molotovs for the remainder of the round, and there's over 1 minute and 20 seconds left to play. Alrighty then, but they do have 3 smokes left on them. That means a collective of, say, about 50 seconds of time they can actually, eat off. But in the meantime, it's all going to come down to Monster. They've all pushed, and okay, Monster gets 1, gets 2, can he do that, and gets 3. What is Monster even doing? Okay, and somehow they bring it down to a 2v2, but Havoc and Breaker both very low, and Manan and Falcon in the pink of health, so they should be able to go for that retake, but there we go, Falcon taking some nade damage. In the meantime, look at that, Manan just bombarding up mid and going towards quad right now. And oh, does get spotted out. 1 player playing from pit, 1 player playing from site. Okay, scratch that, just 1 player playing from site. Oh, Breaker not able to land the shots. You really need to hit those, and somehow he managed to get the kill on the Falcon. But Manan does have a kit, and he will stick the defuse. There's enough time left on the clock. 12-12, scores are tied, and this, as I predicted, is turning out to be one cracker of a game between Risky Gaming and Team Wolf. And okay, so sort of a force-ish buy, I'd say, because 2 players will be out on, okay, I think Breaker will be going for an ump. Okay, no, so 1 ump, so it's a mixed buy. More or less a full buy, but Carry Bob having to stick with the ump and sacrificing that for the utility. Ritz, in the meantime, getting flashed out. He does wield the big green gun. Oh, but Nami. See, this is the problem, right? You corner Risky, and you're going to be facing a completely different beast. They just have so many gears to their gameplay that they can step it up a notch even before you know what hit. Like, even before you know what hit you, they can step it up a notch. Falcon smoking off Banana. I think KitKat might be tempted to push the smoke. See, Ritz going down puts a lot of pressure on Wolves. Now they can't really afford to rotate 1 player off of Banana. They have to desperately cling on to this map control, and that is what Risky can exploit. But in the meantime, I think he timed out. What? I think Havoc timed out. It's not a 4v4 all of a sudden. Alrighty then, we have a game on our hands. And the flashbang does come out, but KitKat just too very... Oh! almost lines up too, and KitKat. Well. I won't say it again for fear of sounding repetitive. But yeah, Carrybob and KitKat, the perfect duo of death. And DNM needs to be careful. KitKat hears it, and there we go. Bomb goes down, and I think the call to save has gone out. DNM just staying there for a couple of exits. Nothing more, and they're going to be saving this. The money still not good enough for Wolves to risk losing both these rifles. They need to save them if they want to have a hope of buying into the next round. And that was a fairly straightforward round. I mean, the minute they got that kill onto Ritz, the Wolves are always on the back foot, and the fact that KitKat and Carrybob played that the perfect duo of death and destruction over by the B bomb site, getting 2 quick kills. Both the B defenders, that is Manan and Falcon, they just lined up for him, and he just pounced on the opportunity, got both the kills and the round in return. Anyway, 13-12 is the score. No one would have anticipated this game going for this long. But, my God, we do have a game on our hands right now. And like I said, the 2 rifles saved allow Wolves to buy into this round. They're going to be fairly limited on the utility, but they at least managed to put 2 FAMASs and an UMP and an M4 on the board. Oh, look at this apartment aggression. And it's all going to come down to this duo of Ritz and Monster. Oh, Ritz, he blinded. Oh, getting 1 kill. And Monster doesn't manage to land more than 2 kills. He really needed to go huge there. It's down to a 3v3, but the weapon advantage will favor the T's going forward. And Havoc playing by side. There's 2 players in side. Okay, finally, Carrybob will make his way over to pit. And these are pretty solid post plants. Breaker in apartments. He knows it's planted for him. So he can just play from here passively and just wait for the defuse to come in. And if they decide to go apps, and Breaker's hearing all of this, by the way, mind you. He knows exactly where these players are, but that Molotov, that team Molotov, is going to delay him for some time. But in the meantime, Carrybob pops out and collects 2 heads, and Havoc cleans up with the kill onto DNM. That's as clean a post-plant bomb site hold as you will see, ladies and gentlemen. Risky have just stepped it up a notch, and Wolves need to dig deep and find the 6th gear, or else all will be lost. And this is going to be a very hard reset coming in for Wolves. They're going to go into this round with nothing but pistols, and that's going to mean most likely that it's going to be 15-12 at the end of this round. And look at that, KitKat, Mac 10, AK-47, it doesn't matter to him. When he's in raid boss mode, he's just going to boss it. And he's just pushed all the way up. Oh, spots a Falcon by his 2nd oranges. But in the meantime, there goes Havoc. Well, KitKat just baited there for Havoc. And Havoc's like, thank you very much. I will clean up these kills and stack my IR. Thank you, Carrybob. Sorry, KitKat. You can have a break now. Here, eat a KitKat. And there goes Big Bomb Control, completely taken over by Risky Gaming. And it's going to be 15-12. And oh, Carrybob does go down to DNM, though. That means they might be able to save an AK-47 and take into the next round. That's going to be huge. But in the meantime, Nami does find DNM, and Monster needs to be careful. He gets the kill onto Nami. Losing 2 rifles, they're risky, making it a bit expensive for themselves. But they are going to be going into the final round, most likely facing off a very, very cobbled together buy. And the main objective for them is not to let Wolves save this AK-47. And just as the remainder of this round plays out, we see, Havoc denying that save, getting the kill onto Monster. And that means Wolves will be taking absolutely nada into the next round. 0, zilch, nothing. As they say. And what might just be the final round of the game. If not, it is the 28th round of Counter-Strike to be played between these 2 teams. And yeah, pretty light on the utility as I predicted for Team Wolf. What do we expect here? There's a very heavy presence here by quad right now. Monster getting boosted up onto the porch. Needs to be careful. Completely blinded and sprays away, giving away his position. Does get one kill in the meantime. Ritz does get the reply. And Havoc does kill Ritz, but DNM just went God mode there. DNM with a quick 3K, putting everybody to bed. 13 rounds on the board for Risky Gaming. And Wolves, and they're going to take this game to its very, very bitter end. They're not going to roll over and die, folks. Wolves are in it to win it, and they're not going to just give up, as they say. Wow. What a disastrous round from Risky, actually, and what a beautiful, beastly hold from DNM. And yet again, Risky on a half buy or a force buy, as they say. One because they wanted to go for the AWP, so that means they're going to be sacrificing the utility. So what do we have here? Alrighty. So quite a lot of apartment control being relinquished very early on. And to be very honest, as the CTs in Inferno, it can really benefit you if you just play passive over by the A bomb side. And look at this. A very good bait play setup between Manan and I think it's Ritz here. Over by Arches. Ritz playing that cubby, but he's going to get Molotoved out and sprays a few shots off. Does a little bit of damage onto Carry Bob and Breaker, but nothing to be worried about. In the meantime, Carry Bobs are making a ton of noise over by apartments just so that, you know, he can keep the players glued over by Pit and the A site. I think the final hit might just be towards the B bomb site, though. KitKat still lurking here by top banana, not really falling back, while his team tries their best to sell the fake over by the A bomb site. But look at this. Manan, he's nobody's fool. He's already on the rotate. And that flashbang actually blinds his teammate Falcon, but that's all right. He's boosted up. He knows that he's eventually going to be seeing bulk of the action. And the problem is because Risky have wound the clock down so low, there's just 12 seconds left on the clock. And there we go. Falcon with the first kill and the second. Falcon just going beast mode. Rich there getting the kill onto the lurk there. And now it's all down to Breaker and Carry Bob, who's left internally bleeding, mind you. And Falcon gonna reposition himself, and this is stuck in no man's land. That's the thing, right? 1 second left. They're stuck in no man's land. They have to survive the round, and there we go. Down goes Breaker. Post the timer running out though, and down goes Carry Bob as well. This is disastrous because that means two players have literally no money to play the final round between these two teams, and it looks like we're going into overtime, folks. So batten down the hatchets, buckle your seatbelts. There's so much probability that we're just going to be hitting overtime right now. And the buy coming out from Risky just screeches explosive play right now. Just a very fast take. So, never know what's going to happen. And what is going to happen is the question. Carry Bob, still in apartments. Ritz playing by the A bomb site. Okay, so it's not going to be a very fast play. They're still keeping Wolves guessing as to what their eventual play is going to be like. But look at the positioning. This is very good positioning from Team Wolves coming in. They've taken the longer angles. They know they most likely will be up against pistols. It's a very good read coming in from DNM about state of the economy on Risky Gaming. And they're fighting at the long angles, but Falcon will get smoked off. There comes the smoke for CT. And that Molotov's gonna just burn a lot of HP away. And Manan gets one. Can he get more? Not unable to land the second kill. And wow, Falcon's just gonna bombard and barrage his way through the smoke and gets taken down to a 3v3. But Havoc is hemorrhaging. He's literally a fart in the face away from capitulating like an aged, broken down piece of dominoes, if you will. There's two players from the CT side, Wolves approaching from CT. It's all going to come down to Breaker, who is completely naked though. He does have an AK-47, but no armor. Gets one kill. And DNM though, will he get the second kill? No, he doesn't. It's all down to Ritz, and he goes down. Okay, then Risky taking a completely eco round. to take the match 16-14, but well played, Wolves. Well played indeed. Taking 14 rounds of Risky is no mean feat, and you have managed to do what a lot of Indian teams struggle. Well played, Team Wolf, but in the end, Risky were just that much better than you, just a little bit better than you on this day. And they do clinch this match 16-14, still undefeated in this ESL India Premiership, the Masters Division, Risky Gaming. And only time will tell which team can finally topple this beast from the UAE. Anyway, folks, that's all from me tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do leave a like and remember to subscribe to ESL India. Also, if you like my casting, please do follow me on Twitter at @Cheeseman. And I'll see you all tomorrow at 8 p.m. sharp for the game. That is, well, whichever game is going to get casted tomorrow. I'll see you then. Anyway, folks, good night. Have a great night. Bye-bye. I'm going to go grab some dinner now.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing night it has been. Like, the games were so intense. Congratulations to Risky Gaming on winning the CSGO match for today by 16-14. Team Wolf did give them a hard time, but the games are not over yet. We will be back again tomorrow with more games for you guys. And this is Aaron. I'm going to be signing off, but before that, I'd like to remind you guys that you are watching ESL India Premiership 2017, sponsored by owned by HP, HyperX, Zoe by BenQ, and organized by Northern Gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back again, same time tomorrow. This is Aaron, signing off. Good night.